Welcome back, Wyoming Dynasty Season 4. We are live on Twitch, and we are hopefully going to do more than just make the college football playoff this year. We did it last season kind of unimaginably, but the team is better. They're as healthy as can be. They're upgraded. They're ready to go. Of course, Lovelace ended up transferring out. I kind of think Mike Whalen is just going to be RB1 this year. True sophomore out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. He's got really good overall elusiveness. Maybe won't be much of a factor out of the backfield, but I don't know. I think the numbers actually look pretty good. So despite route running looking a little bit low, I think he's going to be an all-around factor. I'm really excited to see what he's able to do. The offensive line is as good as it has been, which that, should be the trend, right? We were able to bring back Pierre Bibbs, who tried to transfer away. And quarterback will continue to be Kerry Mears. He's going to get the start. True junior. Throw power's up. Accuracy's up. Quickness is even up slightly. And we'll see if we can kick off Season 4 with a bang. It's a bit of a tougher schedule this year because we've moved to the Big 12. However, it's a familiar foe. How has Teo locked us out? And a rival in Hawaii that is on our schedule first. Week 1, battle for the Paniolo. It's Hawaii coming to town, 0-1 already against your number 19 Wyoming Cowboys. We are starting the season ranked. This will be an interesting one. We got Hawaii, and they're 0-1, but they've given us a lot of problems in the past. We just got locked out of a number of players I really, really wanted, but that's okay. We pivot. We go after the next player, right? That's all we can do. I think cornerback recruiting is going to end up going really, really nicely. But the rest, we kind of have some questions regarding those guys. Defensive tackle, going to try to get in last second with Jermaine Prince. It might end up being a battle against Georgia. We just need to break into that top range. It doesn't look good right now in a lot of these players. But we may need receiver, and there are 2 5-star receivers that really would like to be Wyoming Cowboys. So we'll see what happens. We're going to pursue Matthew Whitaker. Why? Because he's a gem 4-star East-West playmaker running back with 96 speed. Could be quite fun. Also going after a 5-star quarterback who hopefully plays nothing like his last name. But I'm excited for Season 4. I'm excited to host Hawaii. And hopefully this is the year we can go deep into the college football playoff. We are in the Big 12, so the schedule did not exactly get easier. We're going to have tougher matchups this year. And we just need to figure out a way to win these matchups, regardless. I know clock management has not been everybody's favorite. Try to get too perfect sometimes. You're sometimes try to play the game instead of playing football, and sometimes just the football decision is the best thing. You just get so worried in college football 25 and 26. If there is any time at all on the clock, the CPU will find a way to beat you. They will always find a way. It can be absolutely devastating. Oh, lob down the field into triple coverage, and my corners animate in a weird way and don't come close to the football. And then they break 2 tackles following the catch. It's awful. But can't worry about, hypotheticals right now. Just got to go out, play some football. We have Ezekiel Elodi back from injury. We missed him for the college football playoff. Mike Whalen will be the starting running back, and he's already looking good here in this true sophomore season. Picking up the first down on his first touch. Season 4 might be a big year for Mike Whalen. Here we go. The true sophomore continues to run the ball well. That's 2 for 19, and what do we like to do on second or even sometimes third and short? Take shots down the field. Can't be afraid to check down, though. Or even run. Kerry Mears gets us enough. And we are driving. It's a good start. Jay Juice, thanks for the tier 1. There's the first throw. Going to go to Smith. And he's got just enough speed. He's got that Patrick Mahomes speed. Makes it 2nd and 1. And suddenly it's it's pass, pass, pass after the runs to start. There's Smith. And this offense is moving. It's balanced. It's unpredictable. It's unstoppable to start. I don't know what our defense is going to look like. Hawaii still has DeMarcus Davis, who is absolutely insane, but so is Kerry Mears. That was kind of a big reaction for only 7 yards, but 7 is good. Say only 7. 7's good. Running back is open. Are you checking out what Kerry Mears is doing? The offensive line's holding up. It's giving us time to actually get through our progressions and get the football to the right spot. There's Waylon again. What up, Crow? Little jet touch pass. Back up the middle, and Smith is stopped short of the goal line. This might just be a Mike Waylon spot. New starting running back this year. And I'm liking the way he's playing. Even to get a yard there, I think, is fairly impressive. We're going to pound the rock here. Smith as a lead blocker. He didn't pick up anybody, but Waylon bounces off the would-be tackler. Will not be denied. Mike Waylon, touchdown. Whew. Lovelace is better. That's funny. The guy who fumbled at the end of the year last year, we finally give him touches and he just puts the ball on the ground. Mike Waylon is significantly better than Matt Lovelace. The only thing we love about Lovelace is the fact that he's gone. Just didn't work out here. You know what? It's a tough environment now. Under head coach Gene Dangus, the program has really become, you know, a high expectation type of program. And there's pressure. Chad Woodfork off the edge. Great play on third down. And look at this team drive. Ball already back on the 1 yard line. I think Mike Waylon deserves another carry. And he'll get another touchdown. Look at the burst into the open field. Mike Waylon hits the Heisman pose week 1. Let's go, Mike. What a run. What a run. I know all about Alexander Bean. You guys might see him pretty soon as well. Here's 3rd and 4. 2-minute warning. This is probably a go. We're up 21-0. Waylon actually made that really close. But we were always going to go for it. So that's why you can run the ball in that spot. Here's 4th and 1. There's Waylon. Got a block. And there's touchdown number 3. Mike Waylon. 3-piece on him. 3rd touchdown of the day. This one by far the longest. This run game is cooking with Mike Waylon. When was Matt Lovelace doing this? I don't remember. And also, Matt Lovelace didn't even play last year, really. And when he did, he just fumbled our season away, pretty much. That's all he was good for. Waylon's the guy. Read option. Carry keeper. Let's call a timeout. 1 remaining. I don't think we missed the moment, but okay. Whatever. We're into the 3rd quarter now. Moments are so interesting. Here's 1st and 10. Carry on the move. Carry has just enough speed. Kerry Mears diving, knocked out at the 1. Okay. It's a good run there from Kerry Mears. A lot of running here. Kerry Mears got it. Touchdown. Yeah, you kind of just can't leave that wide open. He's not the fastest, but he's just fast enough where you got to worry about him. Carry keeper. Scary Carry gets the touchdown. 35-0. This is a rivalry game, by the way. The battle for the Paniolo. I think we're taking it. I think it's coming back to Wyoming. Ooh, pressure. Kind of needed to do more to extend there. 4th quarter in what is already a decided matchup. You can probably just keep the ball on the ground here. I mean, it's probably 4-down territory, to be honest. Waylon broken tackle. Only a yard. He's got 23 for 157. Nearly a shutout. That is your final. 41-3. The 20th series win for Wyoming. And that is your player of the game. Sophomore running back, Mike Waylon, 26 for 163. 3 touchdowns. And he's just a guy who's not easily tackled. It's tough to get this guy to the ground on the first hit. If we can set up lanes to block for him, he's going to have a really, really big year. You don't usually see us run the ball this effectively. Kerry Mears is 12 for 16, 198 and a touchdown. But it was all Mike Waylon today. I mean, Kerry played very well, actually. Josh Smith was another transfer, and Jalen Smith, of course, here as well. Smith was a receiver, but at 6'4", 238, we said, you play tight end now. Zeke Lodi, by the way, back from injury. You didn't see it because it happened in sim, but 2 for 82 and a touchdown. It was a 66-yard touchdown. Woodfork with a couple TFLs. Carl Worthy with a couple TFLs. Sacks for Woodfork and Zeno Umeozulu, who's moved to be a kind of a light rush defensive tackle. No picks in this one, just a dominant Week 1 victory. Okay, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking for a while, but it feels good to be officially in on butts. We're in that top 6 deep right now in the butt, but I think we will be catching up to Nebraska. They're the only team with a scholarship offer, and I don't really feel like changing our points in any meaningful way or ours, so I'm just going to go to Week 3 here in a pretty good spot, and if our dominant victory over Hawaii tells you anything, I think that this team is different this year. We're up to number 13 in the country, and we're going to host Baylor. Baylor's a good team, despite starting the season 1-1. Do we want to do anything here? Starting receiver and tight ends will gain XP faster. That's interesting. I feel like we could use upgrades there. I don't know. I never really get talent developer, but we have it now. Maybe we'll hold off for a minute. But if I'm going to do it, I might as well just do it now. Let's try it out. Let's do upgrades for our starting receivers and tight end. Hopefully Ezekiel Elodi is considered a starter. I think he's wide receiver 2 on the depth chart right now. He's not the highest overall, but I think with Platinum Cutter and based on his performance last year, he was really good. So upgrading him is going to be very important. And again, I never really do talent developer, so I kind of want to get a little bit of experience with it and see what it's like. But we are already in the top 5 on Matthew Whitaker and Jamerson Cooks and Carlos Gonzalez and DeAndre Hackenberg. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get Matthew Whitaker on campus. Week 5 against Boise State. That is a tough matchup, but it's one we're going to do. We need to create some hours. Whitaker and then 2 blockers in front of him. Now, it's going to be a competitive visit for both of these guys, but it's going to help out Whitaker even more, who I think could be an absolute star at the position. So we do need to clear up a little bit of hours and start scheduling some visits, because those players have real potential to be starters for us as early as next year. I mean, I expect Waylon, based on his performance already, to be a huge factor for us. But you can't necessarily count on anyone to be back. Maybe he transfers out. I don't really know. So we've got to try and get those replacements. That's why, we expect Kerry Mears to be our starting quarterback next year, but that doesn't mean we don't get Brandon Butts. If the Butts are open, if Brandon Butts is open to be a Wyoming Cowboy, you got to jump in there and do what you can. How many times do you get an opportunity like that? There's really no way to know. I also like where we are in on the cheeks here. Or, man, why do I keep adding the and things like that? We're in on cheeks and butts. We're really in a good spot. We're becoming the new DBU. It's 5-star corners all the time here. Superstar caliber players. We just freed up 100 hours. Matthew Whitaker is not cheap to get on campus, but week 5 I think is going to be a perfect time. He likes conference prestige. B+ is pretty good. It's the best grade we currently have, but I think championship contender is going to go up, and if he likes championship contender, that grade could potentially be even higher. So maybe that's a missed opportunity. But yeah, even though we're going to schedule 2 tackles to be on campus at the same time, I think it's worth it, if only for Matthew Whitaker. 5-star or 4-star, high 4-star freak running back with 96 speed. That's a priority. Do whatever you can to get him on campus. So that's exactly what we're doing, and we'll try to do some sells to figure out what these guys like. I mean, it's almost certainly going to be that, right? Almost certainly. Unimaginably, Baylor's 1-1 is getting blown out at home to North Texas, and then going on the road and upsetting Oregon in Eugene at Autzen Stadium. What is this Baylor team we're about to play? That is interesting. We'll see if we can beat Baylor. They just upset Oregon. And again, as I've mentioned, the overalls don't necessarily matter because of the way CFB 26 rates teams with team overalls. It heavily factors in the bottom of the roster as well as the top. It's weighted, I believe, the same way. So I don't have any 50 overalls in my team. Baylor might have a couple. It brings it down. They just upset Oregon at Oregon. So we feel pretty good going undefeated into a home game, but it's only the second game of the year. And Baylor, after getting embarrassed at home, maybe on some type of a vengeance run where they just destroy everything in their path. And that might be the case. That is a good stop off the edge. It's a 55-yarder. It's early in the game. Got the win with us. I think we're going to try the kick. From 55, we held it too long. It's no good. It had the leg, not the accuracy, wide left. Didn't need all that power. Didn't need it. And now Baylor's driving down the field. Okay. Didn't see a lot of our defense last game. Oh, Crothers can't get there. Make a tackle on the edge. Messiah Delhomme. That's a nice one. 3rd and 3. I don't like how we're lining up at all. I don't... Get out. No one's where they need to be. Oh, my God. How are we... I mean, should we have burned a timeout there to get in position? Maybe. 1st and goal for Baylor. They're going to run. We are all over it. Is that Woodfork on the back end of that? Nice play. How'd we miss a kick? We almost never do that. Good coverage. Pressure's getting there. The ball's loose. Derek Simmons forced it out. It's recovered by Chad Woodfork. Woodfork's got pretty good speed for an edge, but he's being chased down. Jackson will assist and get there. Woodfork ran out of gas. But big play. Derek Simmons was injured part of last year. We didn't get to see his impact in a lot of games. This year, he's at least starting the season healthy. Got to the quarterback. Forced it out. He's got very good speed for an interior defensive lineman. And it's another 4th down. 4th and 9. Okay, the composure's going crazy. We're going to take this to the second quarter. Okay, so after the missed kick, this kicker is not stoked about attempting this next one. Our offense has struggled against Baylor. There's no question. Absolutely no question. And now that the second quarter's here, he's a little bit more confident. It's just gonna feel good to see one go through the uprights. And that's exactly what this one does. We know we have more than enough leg to drill from 41. No reason to risk it with full power. And that is our first points of the game. Or anybody's first points. It's 3rd and 12 here. I think we're safe to pass commit. This would be a shocking spot to run the football. And they do! And Crothers can't get there. We're whiffing on the running back. It's 1st and 10. I don't know how we didn't make the first tackle. Absolutely no idea. Oh, fumble? No, I don't think the ball is actually out. Woodfork recovers again if it is. Is this an actual... I'm not celebrating like a fumble because it didn't really look like one. But it was a fumble. We've got the ball back. And we'll try to score our first touchdown of the game. It's wide open. Just feed Smith. Let's go. It's another 3rd down that we're just really not simulating very well, and that was not the case last week. I mean, this is the biggest mismatch we've ever had. Even JMG, even Kenyon Sadiq, they can't compare to Josh Smith. There's Waylon. He gets enough. Only 8 for 22 in this one, so after more than 150 yards last week, he's come back down to earth a little bit. Obviously playing a better team, but I still think running the football pretty well in these small samples that we've seen. A little play action, quick throw. Get it out there. Smith wide open. Touchdown, Wyoming. Weird animation. We were locked in the play action there for so long. But eventually we find Jay Smoove. Side of the end zone there. And we are into half number 2. 3rd and inches. It's a 10-3 game. And they look like they're ready to stop the run. Waylon is stopped. It'll be 4th and inches again. 54-yarder or keep the offense out on the field. I feel like they're just set up to stop the run, and they are not doing well against the pass. So we're going to throw it. Josh Smith again. It's another 3rd down. I think this is a team you just need to throw on. That's all it is. They don't cover Josh Smith. They can't cover him. They're making no effort to cover him. He's got 11 for 112. Just keep the ball in the air. Although this play doesn't really give us a ton of options. We're going to change it up just a little bit. And Mears is going to get sacked. There were some options there maybe. Just didn't really love anything. 2nd and 16. There's the screen. There's Waylon. He's got some blocks. He's got a convoy. Mike Waylon, untouched. Touchdown. No rushing touchdowns through 3 quarters for him after 3 last week. But he's got 1 through the air today. Perfectly timed screen and great blocks. Look at Josh Smith coming out. He's been an awesome receiver today. But now he's showing up in the run game, which, I mean, I guess that's a pass, but as a blocker, I should say, maybe. Baylor going to stay alive in this game with a first down. But they're going to have to convert a 4th and 23 if they want to win this one. They might have a tough time doing that. We're sending heat. Heat got there. Okafor off the edge. But this game is not over. It's trending that way. I will say that. It's trending that way. Kind of in between two options there. 55-yarder. Here is redemption. Against the wind. No problem. Perfect from 55. Good kick. And Baylor will attempt another 4th down conversion. 4th and 6. Their game is effectively on the line. And we just let that get open. Oh, we dive at the feet. Can't make the play. That feels like something we should absolutely have had. And they will try an onside kick. In moments, onside kicks are broken. You just have to skip it and hope you get it. And we did it. 4th and 6. He will send the kicker out there again. Been very active today. Don't typically see a ton of kicks. And we're going to let this go to the 2-minute warning. I'm going to attempt it on the other side. Just to be safe. 39 yards. Should be very makeable here. And it is. There is 23 points on the board, of course. The missed field goal potentially looms large. It's only a 13-point game. Maybe Baylor can get back into it. Okay, they scored actually instantly. But it would not matter. That is the game. 23-17. Baylor with 14 in the 4th made it slightly interesting. But that's the game. 16-24, 166, and 2 touchdowns for Kerry Mears. They stopped the run very well. Whalen 15 for 51. Did fumble even. Don't love that. And it was really just Josh Smith making an impact today as a receiver. 11 for 112, had a touchdown. Nobody else really did very much at all. Of course, the Whalen touchdown on the screen. 5 TFLs and 3.5 sacks for Carl Worthy. The 5-star true sophomore dominated the Baylor offensive line. Oh my goodness. No picks in this one. A lot of forced fumbles. 2 recoveries for Woodfork. What an interesting game. Eddie Cox didn't do much, but I think if we can keep Cox and bring in Cheeks and Butts in this recruiting class, we're going to be really set up for Season 5. So let's just hope recruiting keeps going well. We are 2-0. We are potentially about to be a top 10 team in the nation after beating the Baylor Bears. And we are also potentially about to get some pretty big visitors on campus. Kansas is 4-0. Oh my goodness. These could end up being battles. Matthew Whitaker. It may not be easy to get him to be a Wyoming Cowboy. Is there any other offensive lineman in the top 5? Kendricks is just not quite there. Bobby Paul is there, though. And we can get another complimentary visit. So we've got visits. Next week against Boise State is a full week and could really do big things for our recruiting class. I think it's just going to be that. I'll gamble on it. I am excited. We got a lot of players entering the top 5. You know, becoming eligible to visit. This is going to be a fun recruiting class potentially. Kansas is 4-0 to start the year. I don't know. I mean, they kind of have developed their football program a little bit under Leipold. there may be a threat now. But we're undefeated as well. This is the first game we have ever played in the Big 12. So I think fitting that we are coming in ranked at number 12. See if we can beat Kansas, end their undefeated season, and pick up our first win of Big 12 conference play. MS, thanks for the tier 1. Read option, Kerry Mears. Kerry Mears has some space. Kerry Mears into the open field. Gibson in pursuit. Kerry just doesn't have that extra gear, but he picks up a run of over 50. Did I say Baylor? I meant Kansas. If I called him Baylor. That happened last game. Kansas. I said Leipold. Lance Leipold's our coach at Kansas, but yeah, Baylor. Not who we're talking about. Talking about Kansas. Kerry on the move. Oh, I didn't even see that safety. Didn't really matter. Kerry has 72 yards rushing in the first quarter on the first drive. I mean, if Kansas doesn't have an answer for Kerry Mears, it will be more Kerry Mears. That's what we have to do. You can put in like maybe a second half prediction or something, Sam, if you'd like to. I don't know. We're just focused on the win right now. Kerry on the move. We're going to throw it away. Okay, they're committing to stopping scary Kerry right now. Here's 3rd and goal. Running back wide open. It's Mike Whalen. We've got like 2 ways of scoring, and it's Mike Whalen and that's like Kerry Mears on the run. It's one of these 2 guys that's going to score. After the injury, we really have not seen a lot of Zeke Elodie. I guess he did have 82 yards on 2 catches in, game 1 of the year. But that was against Hawaii. Not really that good of a team. We'll see how he continues to develop. Nice tackle. Myron Robinson with a big TFL. Kansas actually, they've got a decent turnout for this game. I feel like we could have defended that better. I feel like my user defense has not been especially good lately, and that's got to step up. 3rd and 11. It's where we need our defensive line to dominate their offensive line. It did enough. Forces a Kansas 3-point try. Yurkio, thanks for the prime. And that kick is good. Bend but don't break. That's totally fine. We need our offense to come out and score points. Here's 3rd and 6. I want more first downs. More like, opportunity to make something happen and not be one-dimensional. Look at Ezekiel Elodie, though. Laying out over the middle of the field. Great catch. There's Mike Whalen. What a monster. I know that seemed like not anything crazy, but to get 7 there, I think, is pretty nice. Here's 2nd and 3. Good blocks. Whalen getting in. He just has that knack for falling forward, picking up extra yardage. Mike Whalen, I mean, I talked about it. This is the 2nd touchdown of the game. 1 rushing, 1 receiving. And he may just be the offense this year. Could Mike Whalen end up being a Heisman candidate? That could be interesting. 1:18 to play here in the first half. We're going to run with Kerry Mears. They really just don't have much of an answer for it right now. They really don't. Play action. Actually hit the foot of Whalen. He was not the intended receiver. Pressure was just a bit too good. Here's 2nd and 10. Hitting Josh Smith. Can he break through the tackle? No. 3rd and short. I think we actually run the ball here. Try to pick it up. And then maybe call a timeout. Whalen to the outside. He's got okay speed. He stops the clock. Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, Kerry Mears is a true junior. Kerry to scramble again. Speak of the devil. He's battling. He's picking up the first down. That's going to momentarily stop the clock while the ball is spotted, but we couldn't go hurry up out of it. We're just going to call a timeout, I think. Don't really want to deal with any stupid shoe clock, play clock acceleration when I desperately tried to hurry up and it didn't let me. And then that's the momentum killer now as we choose a different play and we throw a pick. Kerry Mears, red zone pick. I mean, the receiver obviously could not have been more open, but we just can't get it to him. Devastating. I mean, he's so open, but of course runs into coverage. That's the route. Just couldn't make that decision quickly enough, I guess. That's absolutely annoying. Up 14-3, though. Third quarter. Knocking on the door once again. All right, that's a gain of 1. It was 1 yard. Feels like a pretty bad spot. It's going to be another pick. This one caught off the tip. Second pick of the game for Kerry Mears here, and maybe on back-to-back possessions. Everything in this game just gets tipped and then intercepted. Unless it's my defense, in which case that never happens. 3rd and 7. Wide open. Let's just get back to what was making this offense work a couple of games ago, which was being smart with the football, taking what was there, and not forcing the ball into traffic downfield. Nothing we can do. Play action in this game is just so bad. I say it every episode, and I still call play action passes. They just don't block, or you're stuck in the animation for way too long. Third and 5. Kerry Mears to run. He's taking some shots today, but you know what? It's working out. He's got 99 yards rushing. As we see Scott check into the game. Was a starter last year. We'll get the throw, and we'll score a touchdown. Okay. We just needed something to get right, and we were just trying to do a little bit too much. I think that drive, we just kind of slowed down a little bit, settled in. Jaden Scott touchdown. Good stuff here. We're not going to get another snap off here in the third quarter. We're up 21-3. It's easy to be disappointed with the way the game has gone with the multiple interceptions, but at the end of the day, our defense has allowed 66 yards total, and we've scored 21 points. We're in a really good position to win this game and stay undefeated. It's a road game. The crowd is not into it. They don't care at all. Ooh, Ezekiel Elodie broken tackle. What a play. I thought that could have been an interception, potentially. Or probably a drop. But no. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's good animation. Love that. Yeah, the hook defender played it pretty well. Play action. Running backs wide open. It's Mike Whalen. Whalen is stopped short. You think that's almost certainly a touchdown. But Mike just could not get in there. I feel like trucking so bad. Whalen gets in this time. He's been a touchdown machine to start. And we are actually back in the red zone. Could be another Mike Whalen touchdown on the way. Try to cut that one back. Only 48 yards rushing. We've not really had a big-time performance after week 1 against Hawaii. But he's been a touchdown machine. Couldn't find anyone there. Big 3rd and 8. Don't throw a red zone pick, Kerry. The play action pass blocking is so bad. I'm aware that you can cancel it. Totally get that. Why do I... But this is like... I mean, what can you even cancel there? But look, they just don't block. They just don't block if there's play action. It's really annoying. We'll take 3 here. I forgot it was on the road. I maybe should have pushed that a little bit farther over, but it's okay. 4th quarter. 3rd and 5. Probably should just take this to the 2-minute timeout, but we won't. Let's get Kerry Mears another carry. He's over 100 yards rushing. And this game is over. They're not really even bothering to call timeouts. They're just like, we had a good run. Carry to run. We had options. We totally had options there, but just want to keep the ball in the ground. Carry with the scramble. Final play from scrimmage is a Mike Whalen run into nothing because we couldn't actually go where we wanted to go because we hit the speed burst. Doesn't matter. 31-3. The dominance of the Wyoming Cowboys continues. We hand Kansas their first loss of the year. Will Wilson was picked off twice. Only completed 7 passes to his own team. Kerry Mears was also picked off twice. Didn't really play a great game in this one. Just poor decision making. However, 2 touchdowns for Mike Whalen. He did rush for 116 yards. So it wasn't all bad. Touchdowns for Whalen and Jaden Scott. It's 2 running backs got it. Weird game, to be honest, but Carl Worthy continues to play great. Myron Robinson had a sack as well. Worthy with 1.5. Derek Simmons got 1. And then Crothers played a great game. Pick from Messiah Delone, but 7 tackles, a tackle for loss, half a sack, and a pick for Kenyon Crothers. Very nice game. And we just kind of been on easy mode to start. Just cruising here early. It's a very big game. Number 18, Boise State. Undefeated at 4-0. We are no longer in the same conference, though, so there are no conference implications on the line. We have left the Mountain West. We did not move Boise State to the pack. That doesn't exist here. Matthew Whitaker would sure love to be a Miami Hurricane, and he's going to be, probably. Our pipeline was just not good enough. But he's on campus this week. Same tier opponent. It's a top 25 matchup. He's got 3 complimentary visits. That means, of course, Carlos Gonzalez, Bobby Paul, and Jamerson Cooks are all on campus as well. A couple of pretty good offensive linemen. I don't know if we can go head-to-head against USC and Bama, though. That's tough. But getting Jamerson Cooks would be good. If we just get the 4-star offensive lineman, I'm okay with missing out on the 5-star. I'm sure Cargo is very good, but just don't know if it's going to happen. It's a real long shot on Whitaker and Cargo, but Bobby Paul and Jamerson Cooks, those players are absolutely in play. Cooks has a visit to Oregon next week, who has a better pipeline and really more resources. So this could be a huge visit. We'll see what happens. We could also potentially schedule some other guys for next week. Okay, Denard Cheeks we no longer need to put 50 on. 20's probably fine. The other teams don't have scholarship offers right now because they don't fit the play style deal breaker. So that's just free hours back. Denard Cheeks at this point is basically a free 5-star. Should we get Valenzuela on a week 6? I'm trying to, figure out these complimentary visits. I think the quarterback, Butts, might be a week 9. So we need to schedule one of these receivers prior to that. Let's go Greg Teague on the week 9. And he should get a complimentary with the quarterback that we'll eventually get to visit. And then Juan Valenzuela will visit next week. I think that's what we want to do. In fact, we're going to just take the 20 and get Valenzuela in next week, guaranteed. How close are we with the quarterback? Yeah, we'll be able to get him on a week 9, almost certainly. Unless Nebraska really foils my plans here. We should be in a totally good spot there. In fact, let's just put 50 on him. Maybe go into that visit with a lead. That would be quite nice. Down, don't always like that. And in fact, I don't ever like that. Let me rephrase. I hate it a lot. This is not, like, if you're looking for a blowout win, ideally, I'd like ideal conditions. Can I say ideal one more time in there? I don't know. This will be an interesting game. Two top 25 teams. We know Boise plays tough. Hopefully we're just a little bit tougher today. Kerry Mears on the run. Make one man miss, and it's a big play. Okay, well, he did what I asked him to do. I will take 14. 14's good. Jaden Scott will get a carry. Mike Whalen as a distraction. Maybe Mike Whalen just carries the ball. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know what he would have been able to do there, though. The blocking was just not particularly good. Josh Smith cannot catch the ball in traffic. We got some big 4-stars on campus today and one 5-star tackle. Kerry Mears! Just enough speed for Mears. He's got the first. Man, I didn't love anything. And, we're not really letting it fly that quickly to start this one. Kind of trying to see players get open. Work back to the ball. That's Jalen Smith with a broken tackle. Dylan, thanks for the gifts up. It has not exactly been pretty here, but we are making it happen. There's Mike Whalen. He'll make one man miss. That's how easy it is. That didn't really look like much, and it was just like 15 yards. Flat open for Jaden Scott. They rallied to it really quickly. Second and 12. They sent the nickel. Safety Travis Anderson with the sack, and that is a drive killer. 3rd and 19. Under pressure. We were trying to just lob it to the end zone there. Man. Only going to come away with 3 here, if that. Kind of a tough kick. Wide right. Why even tell me about the wind if I try to account for the wind and then miss to the right? Oh, man. 2 missed kicks to start this season. But our defense does well to get us the football back. Here's 3rd and 3. More Jaden Scott. Good blocks. Jaden Scott with enough. More than enough. We missed a kick to start last game. Came back to win by a lot. Maybe this is just one of those. Mike Whalen touchdown. Too easy for Mike Whalen. More Mike Whalen. I would call him, I'd make him like a Moby Dick reference. Like the white whale. Because the other, the team can't ever catch him. But it doesn't really work for one particularly big reason. He's not really a whale. Obviously is what I mean. Defense is playing great, though. 3rd and 8. We need more Mike Whalen. How about a little speed option? Whalen with a spin back. 5 rushes for 19 yards. 4th and 4. We need Charlton to get another kick here. This one's right down the middle. Okay. We're back. Hasn't been a perfect kicker this year, but that's okay. Clock's ticking here. We're up 10-0. Again, not a perfect first half, but it's been pretty good. Pretty good in what sense? We haven't allowed any points. Just can't ever find a spot where I feel comfortable making a throw here with Kerry Mears. Bullet to Elodie. He makes the catch. Let's hurry up here. We catch him off guard with a run. It's exactly what we do. Let's call our first timeout. 38 seconds. Can't be afraid to just rip it. But we're going to run. Kerry Mears with a big juke. Let's go hurry up and save those 2 timeouts. Hopefully just not throw a pick in this spot. Mike Whalen fell down. Oh, the elements, man. That's where we were going to go with the football, but instead we're going to get sacked because he fell down. Second and 18. Carry to run. We're going to call our final timeout. I thought we had another, I'm not going to lie. Love to get out of bounds here. Stop that clock. Come back to the football. Gilbert cannot make the catch. What is he even good for, man? That's like 98 spectacular catch. Can't come down with it. We'll take 3. 13-0. Could be better, could be worse. I'm happy to just have the lead, to be honest. We're looking for that blowout win. Elodie's uncovered. The ball absolutely needs to go to Ezekiel Elodie. How do you not cover him? I get running a zone defense, but that feels like a pretty massive oversight in that spot. Here's 3rd and 3. More Jaden Scott. I gotta stop giving this guy the ball. I feel like the trucking just doesn't work. When it's like, I'm trying to flick it. Okay, I say doesn't work. Doesn't work seamlessly. 4th and 3. Flat is open. That's where it's going. Smith with the first down. I kind of think you just need to... You need to make it probably 20-0 here. We got to get that touchdown. Elodie, good route. Great throw. Oh, he dropped it. I really feel like we couldn't have done better there. That's throwing with anticipation. Perfect timing, perfect accuracy. I don't know how that's not a touchdown. And they read the quarterback on read option. Injury timeout as it's 3rd and goal from the 14. Elodie is wide open. Catch this one, please. Touchdown, Zeke Elodie. Elodie would get the ball more this year if he could prove to be the difference maker he was pre-injury a season ago. But he's only a true sophomore. I think he can be a great player for us. He's a fantastic route runner. We actually upgraded the hands prior to this game, and he still dropped it. It's raining. There was a corner who was close. Whatever. We actually only have 19. Did we miss the extra point? Man, my kicker's having a tough time. Halfback direct snap. What is that going to do? Carl Worthy's all over it. Good try. But our offense can't capitalize against Boise State and Sim. It's still 19. And remember, we are still looking for the blowout victory. Needs to be 17. Needs to be. Pressure got there. And that hopefully will secure it. Our 4th sack of the game. Derek Simmons this time. We're going to start with the ball. on the 12-yard line. We've got to come away with points. There's the pitch to Waylon. I hate that play. Let's not ever run that again. Here's 2nd and 15. Elodie in motion. Throwing across the field. Great ball. Josh Smith, touchdown. We might just need to get him the ball more. That might be what we're finding out. Our defense has played great. We are blanking Boise State. You can take that any way you want. Either blanking 0 points or maybe a substitution for a different word. 1:40 on the clock. Down 26. Boise State's pretty much out of options. Lobbing to single coverage. Good defense. That is Hennessy. All over it. Former 5-star corner. Where is Mike Whalen and why is Jaden Scott in the game? These are questions I'm wondering the answer to. He's going to stay in the game. I still don't love it. Kerry Mears, keeper. Oh, pancake! Kerry Mears! Touchdown! Oh, my goodness. Look at the pancake at the goal line. Insult to injury, maybe. 32-0 is your final. Would you just stop kicking extra points? What's going on? I feel like we've not made 2. Big baller, Brent, thanks for the prime. Kerry Mears, your player of the game. 159 through the air. 3 total touchdowns. And we stay undefeated. Rushing. Waylon is hurt. Waylon is hurt. Didn't have the best game. Touchdown for Elodie. Touchdown for Josh Smith as well. And then defensively, these guys dominated. Chad Woodfork continues to play great. No sack in this one for Carl Worthy. That is a surprise. Picks, though, for Kenyon Crothers, Taquan Beard, and Messiah Delhomme. Defense was unstoppable. They've played great the entire year. We might have the best defense in the country. Give me a commitment after that. How about it? Oh, we got one. Jamerson Cooks, 4-star right tackle. Has made the right decision. I'm curious what our lead is on some of these other players. Because we definitely jumped in the lead there. Valenzuela's on campus this week. Whitaker, oh, it's neck and neck with Miami. We almost did it, but we didn't do it. So close. Gonzalez, we're going to lose out to USC. We knew that was a real possibility. And then Bobby Paul is a Wyoming Cowboy. That one's done. We gave it a really good shot for the running back. I just don't think it's going to happen. We do become the number 10 ranked team in the nation. We were so close. So close to a commitment. Our championship contender should be at least an A-. We're a top 10 team. Come on, man. Insanity. So close. It just probably is not going to happen. We need to be able to get Brandon Butts on that Week 9 visit as well so we can team up with a 5-star receiver, Greg Teague. Juan Valenzuela is our only visitor this week. We should have been selling, but unfortunately we did not. So we missed a week where that was possible. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us in this recruitment. We already don't have the best sell ever. So we need to go out and have a really good visit. That's what needs to happen next. Got to stay undefeated. You know, our Big 12 season has only just started. And we're about to have a lot of road games coming up. So we need to take advantage of these visit weeks. We're not going to have many for the rest of the year. If you check out players that are ready for a visit, like Denard Cheeks, for example, we got Week 9, 12, and then 13. It's Week 6. We have 3 visit weeks for the rest of the year. It's a lot of road games outside of that. We need to make the most of these opportunities. It's 4 players. Should be at every visit week. I get, you know, Today it's a bit different because we just didn't have, enough players ready for it. But Week 9's got to be full. Week 12 needs to be full. Week 13 needs to be full. Has to happen. Heisman watch. Any Mike Whalen in here? No. Anyone that we know? Deuce Knight is at Illinois and dominating, apparently. I think Mike Whalen could get in the conversation, but these games where he's not rushing for 100 yards are certainly not helping. Really, the only conversation right now for it is the 6 touchdowns, I guess. So he probably just is not a Heisman candidate. Only 4 games into the year. This is a big home game. And hopefully, this is another win. Iowa State's pretty talented. We just need to play our game. Blowout win, as always, when there are visitors, will be helpful. We know there's a 5-star on campus today. And check out the crowds, by the way. The entire state of Wyoming is out to watch this Big 12 matchup. And number 10, Wyoming. We need to go out and play like a top 10 team. We need to do it. We have a full capacity crowd behind us. Let's make a play. I'm thinking just feed no Lodi. I don't think they can get out to that in time. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Nice throw. Elodie wide open on the slant. He's actually got a chance for 6 here, and he'll find the end zone. Zeke Elodie. Welcome back from injury. I know this is game 5, so it's been a while since he was out for the year, but it's a lot to come off of a season-ending knee fracture from a year ago. Touchdown to start this game is quite nice. Our defense continues to play well. Here's 3rd and 15. Woodfork in man coverage on the running back. He's an athlete. It might be okay. And pressure, make sure it doesn't even matter. Iowa State can't even get 3. 3rd and 9. Oh, man. They're showing a pressure look. Will pressure actually come? No. Yes. They send 4, though. But he was unblocked off the edge. We punt, but our defense gives us the ball back. 2nd quarter. Let's get it to Whalen on the move. Mike Whalen makes a couple miss. Mike Whalen has been an awesome receiver out of the backfield this year. What an impact player. Mike Whalen's been a stud. Carey on the move. Carey will run. Carey will go down to the 1-yard line. A gain of 9. And I don't like what I'm seeing right now. We're going to go ahead and change that. Elodie on a drag. Whalen was open, but we lose 5. It's need to just not make that decision. Here's 3rd and goal. Who wants to make a play? We're going to throw to Zeke Elodie. He makes the catch. No, he dropped it. I thought he had that for sure. I really did. Will we make the first kick of the game? Yes, it's in. 10-0 Wyoming. Man, Zeke Elodie, I need him to come down with those. Yeah, minor upgrade to his catching, but I guess it was really only minor. He's only a true sophomore, plenty of time to develop. Let's just dump it to him. That's your penalty for the drop. You're going to get smacked. 4th and 12. Another kick here. No doubt about it. 13-0. I don't like how involved their kicker is this game, or this year. Charlton is on the field a lot. We need the offense to convert. touchdowns. Or convert these red zone opportunities with touchdowns. And field goals are not going to do it for me. Throwing down the field for Gilbert. Oh, perfect throw. Ish. I kind of think it was underthrown, but we got it to Micah Gilbert, who makes a rare catch. I think it could have been a touchdown if we actually were able to lead him. And that needs to go to Waylon. Kerry Mears, 10 rushes for -5 yards. Of course, sacks factoring in here. Our defense is great, though. The defense just doesn't allow points. It gives our offense a lot of wiggle room, but I'm going to tell you, we may be a lot worse than it seems, because our defense against these teams that we're playing, they're giving our offense so many possessions, so many opportunities to score, and we're just not doing it very often. There's Easter, one of the backup tight ends, making the catch. He gets a yard. Here's 3rd and goal. Tight end screen. They're on it. Kind of a conservative call there just to play for 3, but it's guaranteed points. Don't want to turn it over. Our defense has been excellent. I think they're going to give us another chance to make it a 17+ for the blowout win with the 5-star receiver on campus. Here's 4th and 8. Oh, that's a quick throw. Okay. All right. Wait, hey, you know what? Great play. Can't hate it. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion has made this a 1-possession game. $11 rushes for 30 yards. We're talking about a Mike Waylon Heisman. I don't know about all that. Elodie in motion. We can't get it to him. And it's 3rd and 10. Throw it to Elodie. Coverage was too good. It got in his hands, though, and he couldn't make the catch. And this is a 1-possession game. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and we're tied. That is the 5-star freshman corner, Tevin Chacon, being used as a gunner, by the way, in case you guys were curious what was going on with him. 3 minutes to play. We're trying to get out to the running back. We're just getting bumped by everybody. Sometimes I feel like my hands don't work because in this game, more than any other, I feel like my inputs of what I actually want to happen never actually happen. I know you're not breaking these tackles. I know it's not happening. I mean, we need to be prepared for a tie game because that's where this is going. That's what this is looking like. Flat, wide open. Taquan Beard is there, and that should be the 2-minute timeout. No, we did get out of bounds. All right. Free timeout, I guess. Pressure! Where are you going? Sprinting back and taking a big loss. Now it's 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20 against this pass rush, you might be in some real trouble. Nope, plenty of time. Plenty of time. He gets 7 yards on the scramble. 4th and 13. The blowout victory is now not even a possibility. Or is it? It's intercepted. Messiah Delhomme. Delhomme's got a chance for a return. And that should do it. That will ice this one. The only question is whether or not we could end this game and win by more points. They've got 2 timeouts still, so some craziness could happen. There's a flag here. Holding would be pretty bad in this spot. That's what it's going to be. That complicates things a little bit. It's a center, Hugh Barnes. Now, if I'm Iowa State, based on the result there, I'm probably declining that. But they'll just give us the free little extra time waste, but also now they're basically guaranteeing a punt. So it's a weird spot. It's just because they only have 2 timeouts. Now they're down to 1. Every second is critical. And that is their final timeout. The ball will stay on the ground. We will not give them a chance to stop this clock. We're running into a wall, but that's okay. We'll punt. It's basically an impossibility that Iowa State can come back. The offense was actually so bad today. Looks like a pretty decent punt, though. We don't really want to see much of a return. And there won't really be much of a return. It was returned like 4 yards at most. We're just going to come out here and prevent defense already. 15 seconds on the clock. Sack ends the game. Ball's lobbed up right to Papo. He can't come down with it. Iowa State will get another chance. Simmons is such a dominant pass rusher, though. If we just get pressure, maybe something happens. I think that's the game. The clock obviously stops while they spot the ball, but it should be moving now. 2 seconds. 1 second. They can't snap it. That's it. Not pretty. I mean, we sucked. Really bad today. Defense played great. 16-8 is your final. I wish we had more to show for it, you know. Kerry Mears was picked off. We did not run the ball well. 14 for 29. Their defense was good. Touchdown for Ezekiel Eloti. He was actually the player of the game. 3 for 54 for Micah Gilbert. And then defensively, 2 TFLs for Worthy. 1.5 sacks for Woodfork. Zena got 1 as well. And then picks for Messiah Delhomme, Allen Hennessy, and Taquan Beard. Secondary showing up in a huge way. We stay undefeated. It wasn't pretty. We've got to play better than that in the future. And now we're going for a couple games on the road. We haven't played a ton of games on the road so far this year, so hopefully we have what it takes. We got Bobby Paul, 4-star center, but Matthew Whitaker commits to Miami. Cargo picks USC as expected. Our brand exposure's gone up. We're a top 10 team. And we're going on the road for a rivalry game at BYU. Why does that feel bad? That feels a bit weird. And Oklahoma's making a push on Juan Valenzuela. It wasn't a great visit. It was just okay. We're going to start going after Sammy Corbin a little bit. Speedster receiver from Colorado. Could be a really good get for us. Obviously, it's disappointing to not come away with Matthew Whitaker. He looked like a freak. But we have a running back, Mike Whalen. So, it's not really the end of the world. And Brandon Butts is just not quite into the top 5 yet. I need him to be available to schedule a visit because he's got to be there week 9. The timing's going to work out fine, but I don't know. I don't want to risk Nebraska getting the visit first when we really would prefer to have a 4-star or 5-star quarterback commit to us. And we got to save those week 9 visits because it's going to be the quarterback, Butts. He's going to be there week 9. Got to make that happen. It's going to be Greg Teague, guaranteed to be there week 9. Miami is making a push. And then I'd like to get Afa Tavai in there as well, just to boost up our quarterback. I'd like to get Trayvon Kendricks there as well. We're cutting it close here in the timing of some of these visits, but I can't schedule anybody else for week 9. And is there even a point to get, Denard Cheeks on campus week 12? Because the recruitment might be over with by that time. I don't know. These are things we're going to figure out, obviously, in the near future. He is extremely good. Jalen Griffin might be even better. And now Duke is in the mix because they satisfy the pro potential deal breaker. I feel like we're going to get the 2 5-star corners. There really is no way to know. Mizzou, satisfying the playstyle deal breaker here, makes the Denard Cheeks recruitment a little bit more interesting. But I think it's going to be Jalen Griffin who we guarantee on the week 12. And then we're going to wait on Denard Cheeks. No, never mind. We're going to get him week 12 also, I think. But it just may be over by that point. These are the things you got to worry about. Do you want to schedule a visit when the recruitment is already over? Are we going to waste 40 points on a player who just flat out may already be committed by that point? May have already locked us out by that point? Darren Alexander probably needs a week 12 as well. Just can't be 50 yet on Sammy Corbin, even though Ohio State's going to come out of nowhere at the last minute and end our dreams. Every player, it's going to cost 40 to get on campus because they're you know, living so far away. Because we're at Wyoming. Nothing is close. Nothing. It's annoying. We're going to get Cheeks on a visit week 9. Decided that we don't need to send a bunch of offensive linemen. I feel like we're in a really good spot on the quarterback, so the extra complimentary visit may not matter a ton. I feel like BYU could play spoiler. This is our first road game in a little while, and we're playing a really good team. BYU just has a knack for overproducing their recruits. It's a tough environment here. The Mormons go absolutely insane. They're hyped up on Dr. Pepper and Love of the Lord. I don't know what happens at BYU. They've been soaking in preparation for hours. They're ready to upset. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. Number 9 team in the nation. We're battling out here in these mountains. We're used to it. Nothing new for us. Offense, let's freaking go. Man, we can't run the ball anymore. What has happened to us? Mike Whalen had such a good week 1. We're just not finding anything. It's already 3rd and 7. That was unnecessary. Oh, man. I mean, I just wish we could redo this whole drive. That was awful. Good punt, though. Yep, that's a great punt. Best thing we could have asked for. Downing them to the 20. Basically a touchback. We'll take it. That's fine. Wyoming, not off to the start we wanted, but hopefully our defense can do what they've done all year, and that's completely shut down opposing offenses. They did. Forced a punt just like that. Punt was good, though. We're down to the 6-yard line. Mike Whalen, straight up the middle. Easy. We need an easy run. We need to start running the ball more effectively. There we go. Good blocks. Whalen actually has space there and somehow gets out near the 40-yard line. Did not look like there was a lot. But the patience and the speed were on full display there. Cut back for Whalen, just not explosive enough to find that. But that was really the only option. We were running to a brick wall otherwise. Tried this play a lot last week. It was very, very bad. Just don't have the time to make it happen. Like, obviously, the receiver's open. That's not the issue. Go to the other side. Let's go. Flip. I'm liking a Lodi here late. Good route. Zeke is just too good on those in-breakers. A Lodi wide open. He'll make the catch. Plenty of room to run. Great block on the outside. Touchdown, Zeke Lodi. When is the last time we had a truly big play? Week 1? Great run after catch. Just hit a Lodi on the crosser. He's got speed now. He's been working on that as he's getting older. Came in as a freshman, was already very refined as a route runner, but now showing he's explosive enough to turn some of these into touchdowns. We're feeding Zeke today. Defense, I need you. 3rd and 8. It's a wide receiver screen, and it's shut down by Woodfork, and they just get 3. 3rd and 4. I mean, I don't know if I love a speed option here. I just feel like they're going to shut this down, but we'll try it. I got to take a look at this in the replay, because it felt like we had to keep it there with Mears, the way they read this. How can we not get through that hole? Oh, because the left guard decided to close the hole off by running back into the fucking quarterback. Are you joking? And this is the type of stuff that happens in this game. And I'm like, is it me? Sometimes it is. But what am I supposed to do there? Run into the hole and have the offensive lineman be a Russian sleeper agent? Or a Mormon sleeper agent? He got activated by the code. You know, fake religion. And I'm just kidding. But he got activated, turned around, and took out the quarterback. We'll take 3, man. Not an easy kick. Nearly blocked, but it's 10-3. Defense still playing fairly well. Offense, like usual, not really capitalizing. Here's 3rd and 9. Creeping up. And sacked. Derek Simmons absolutely blowing it up. And we've got 46 seconds to get some points on the board here. We could run the ball. Is Whaling going to get the first there? He is. He's got 10 for 72. Actually been kind of a good first half for him. Play action shot here could be amazing. If we could ever snap the ball. I like Elodie. He's got a step. Zeke Elodie down the field will make the catch. Oh my goodness. Have a first half Zeke Elodie. I'm going to go hurry up here. Probably throw an interception targeting Elodie. So let's just avoid that. Oh, insane route. Touchdown. Zeke Elodie. Welcome back. We saw some of this as a true freshman, but he has been dominant today. As a route runner, as a player after the catch, as everything. Everything you could want from a receiver has been on full display for Ezekiel Elodie today. I mean, he could not really have been more open. Second half, we've got the ball. And hopefully we're on the verge of putting this game away. 24-6 is going to be tough to come back from. Whalen stops. He does have 100 on the ground, though. Micah Gilbert makes the catch. There's the touchdown. And that, again, might be too much for BYU to overcome. It's going to be 24-6. Let's just put this one away. I feel like when our defense can just get after the QB, it's over. Just focus on pass rushing. It's 24-9. Waylon makes it 4th and short. I think we're obviously going to go for it here. Again, that's why you run the ball on 3rd down there. So you can do it again. Mike Waylon finds enough space and will find the 1st down. How about a reverse? We never do this. How badly is this going to go? Back to Elodie. He's got just enough speed to not get brought down immediately, but will ultimately lose a yard. And we're going to keep the offense out on the field, 4th and 3. Work back to the ball. Zeke Elodie. When we needed a play, we went right back to number 1. There really wasn't a lot there, but that's a good catch in traffic. Elodie again. Man, that's some tight coverage. Kind of all over him there. Thought it was a good idea. Josh Smith gets a 7. Kerry Mears approaching 200 yards passing. Has 3 touchdowns. Just can't find the spot to go. And Micah Gilbert is holding his right wrist. It's our wide receiver 1, even though we almost never throw him the ball. He's a great distraction. And Waylon is stuffed. Good defense for BYU. And they're driving. They were driving. Fumble recovery by Messiah Delhomme. And that could kill BYU's chances here. Kerry Mears will keep it. Touchdown. Scary Kerry. Please throw it into the crowd. I mean, that's a blowout victory if I've ever seen one. Not at home. No recruits here, but this is one of our best games of the year. Tough road game against BYU. We just played well tonight, and that is another sack. Ball is loose. It's like 3 players converging on the quarterback. Saw Worthy get there, but he was not really the reason why that play was made. 38-9. Final snap here. And we probably should just not even have Waylon in the game at this point. But that's it. 38-9. Rivalry win for the Cowboys. And you know what? Hey, tough game on the road. We came out and made it look easy. Our defense has been spectacular. Kerry Mears, 12 for 18, 189, 3 touchdowns. Very similar stat line to what we saw in week 1. Mike Waylon back over 100 for the first time in a while. In a long time, really. A while. 136. Touchdown for Kerry Mears. Receiving, all Ezekiel Elodie today. 6 for 146 and 2 touchdowns. Micah Gilbert, of course, had a touchdown as well. And then TFLs really just spread around. 1.5 sacks for Derek Simmons. Worthy and Zena had half a sack and a pick, of course, for the true junior, Taquan Beard. We are undefeated. 6-0 and 4-0 in the conference. It's relevant right now. Maybe we'll try it. Let's get the boost to pipeline bonus for wide receivers and tight ends. I feel like that's probably a very marginal boost that won't really make too much of an impact. But when we have no pipeline for Greg Teague and no pipeline for Juan Valenzuela, I think anything's going to be helpful here. I don't know if it can take 0 up to 1. I would hope so. And we'll see. I think any little bit can help here when you're going after these 5-star receivers. There's obviously a lot of competition. And we were locked out on linebackers who we're not going after. We're going to stay at number 9 in the nation for right now. And it's 2-5 Cincinnati. But another road game. You never know exactly what you're going to get. Interesting that Penn State has jumped Miami here. Miami beats BC 42-7 and drops. So Penn State can go up. I get they did beat number 17 Ohio State. who may be out of the top 25. They're not. They're 5-2, though. Now they're number 17. They were number 14, so that's kind of a big win. Heisman watch. Shaq Kenyon holding that number 1 spot. Anthony Varner, the Ohio State quarterback, injured. We'll see if that impacts what Brett DeVoe can do. Basically, Jeremiah Smith reincarnated. Ohio State has not slowed down at wide receiver at all. Man, this was a tough one still. Greg Teague, we are getting in on campus in the nick of time. I think the Week 9 visit could be the one that seals it. That's ahead of Nebraska, Miami, and Notre Dame. We're heading into the final stretch. Juan Valenzuela might be a bit tougher. That might be a bit tougher. We'll see what happens with that. But we do have some players who are ready to visit. Brandon Butts, as I've said, we've targeted that Week 9 spot really the entire year. And, well, I say the entire half of the year, maybe. And that should be enough to get our franchise quarterback of the future. Our future program dynasty legend, hopefully, Brandon Butts. Still could go out and get a running back. Could also do that in the portal. Doing pretty well on Sammy Corbin here. I like what we have. Might even go 50, to be honest, at some point. Tavai in a pretty good spot, but again, we're not going to get him on campus. It's just not really worth it, probably. Trayvon Kendricks will also be a Week 9. That's going to help out the quarterback. This is going to end up being a really good recruiting class. I know it doesn't necessarily look like much right now, but I think this is going to be one of those that really comes together because we're winning the games where we have these guys on campus. We are winning games in general. It's really hard to complain right now as Georgia is making a real push. We're going to get Jermaine Prince. I mean, he's going to like championship contender here, surely. Georgia's making a real push on Jermaine Prince. He likes Coach Prestige, which is going to be... I've skipped it somehow. It can only be this one, surely. So he likes championship contender. That honestly may be enough to win his commitment out, right? We'll see. Georgia Tech starting to push for Dom Harris. We have not even offered a scholarship on him. At linebacker, Emeka Lucky. Our grades are so bad. We really, really need this visit to hit like crack. He's got 3 complimentaries and an A+ position meeting visit activity. But I'm worried about Arkansas. I'm worried about A&M and Oklahoma. Looking really good on the corners. But this is going to be another real wild card. We might want to try to get some Mike linebackers in there, because if you look at, you know, my school here, Emeka Lucky, if I could ever get it, is a Mike linebacker who is a thumper, I believe. He likes total tackles. And even if he's a signal caller, he likes total tackles. Our defense has been so great, I hesitate to change anything up. But what you can do is make sure that there's another Mike linebacker playing. And that's the way to get your tackles up. Guaranteed. Now, unfortunately, like, he's not as good as Myron Robinson. So it's a little bit worrisome, but it's going to help us in the recruitment of a 5-star linebacker. It might be the right call. It could also cost us everything. That's slightly dramatic, but I don't know. We're going to get Eddie Cox's play time up a little bit more. He's a good athlete. This is not a bad player. Playing up to an 85 overall. He's ready for this. He's ready for the, upgrade and play time. And hopefully we are ready to beat the Bearcats. They're only 2-5. We need to stay undefeated. We need a win. Defense, just keep doing what you do, and I think we're going to be okay. Just need to focus on what we can control, and that's scoring every time we touch the football. You know, I think defensively, sometimes these guys are going to end up letting up scores, especially on the road. Like, it's going to happen. But we'll see. If they play the way they played the entire year, shouldn't really be a problem here. But yes, the combination of cocks, butts, and cheeks could be incredible. That's what we're pushing for. And Cincinnati is driving to start. Going from empty. Here's 3rd and 7. Ooh, wow. Nice throw. Good catch. Zebulon Kinsey is the Cincinnati starting quarterback. That is a Hall of Fame name. Here's 3rd and 8. See, Myron Robinson's on the field. Oh, good pressure, but he got it out anyway. How is that possible? How is that possible? Here's 1st and 10. Touchdown. There's just way too much time. Where's the pass rush? 3rd and 2. Let's go offense. Down in this game. We really have not been down very much this year. We still can't run the ball. I sure would like to. 4th and 2. 5 rushes for 12 yards is not really going to do it for me. Kerry just took a year to get moving, but finally does. Kerry Mears on the move and inside the 10. When everything's covered, at least we know we have Kerry. That's the end of the first quarter. Down in this game to Cincinnati. We're trying to keep that top 10 status. Gonna need to win the game if we want it. Now the numbers could look a lot worse, but the Kerry Mears touch or like long run there just improved them quite a bit. Still really early in this game. Really early. We're not gonna hit the panic button just yet. No reason to. 6 for 16 is just not good. But this Cincinnati team has a lot of talent on it. They really do. Whalen changed the direction, back up the gut, touchdown. Yeah, let the ref know. Let him know. It's Mike Whalen time. End the ref show. That's the only reason why Cincinnati is 7 right now. Bad refereeing. Got the ball back. Score a touchdown. Ooh, this is a very interesting play call. I kind of feel like it's a perfect call for their defense. There's a Lodi, blocking the outside by Whalen. A Lodi with a juke inside the 10. Nice play. A Mike Whalen touchdown here would feed families. Find a way to get in. We just don't have it. He's not very good at running the ball right now. Or are we? Mike Whalen does it again. Second touchdown for the sophomore. Mike Whalen starting to cook. Just give him a little bit of space and let him go to work. That's all we need. Just a little bit of space. Not really any space there. We don't necessarily need to be one-dimensional. We have 2 timeouts. There's enough time where, you know, we could run the ball a little bit on this drive, but after that snap, it's not really there. And that throw is behind Mike Whalen. There was a lot of room to run. Let's go turbo here. No, the clock is still eating into a ton. Okay, well. Dump it down to Whalen. The timing is not even close to there. What are we doing, man? All right. I didn't like anything about that drive, if you could even call it that. That's fine. No penalty. Third quarter. Offense on the field. This is going to be a good play. They're just not built to stop the run here. How did it not work? I feel like the blocking was so bad. I can't check out the replay. I wanted to make that an outside run, but it just didn't happen. 4th and 1. Wide open is Jalen Smith. Our outside receiver simply never touched the ball. Is it a function of the offense? I just kind of don't look on the outside, I think. Bullet! Jalen Smith! Broken tackle! Jalen Smith! Maybe we need to throw him the ball more. Oh my goodness. Bounces off of a tackle. Turns up the field. I honestly thought there could have been a touchdown. It was looking so good. RPO to the flat. Not really a lot there. I also don't like how Jaden Scott is in the game. He's a good player. Capable of scoring touchdowns, clearly. But it means Mike Whalen is likely injured. That's not great. Touchdown is, though. 21-7. Hopefully Mike's good to go. Here's 4th and 12. We're going to try a 56-yarder from Charlton. Against the wind, doesn't matter. Drilled it anyway. What? Yeah, what was a good response to that? Couldn't get it in there. Daryl Charlton's missed like 3 kicks this year minimum. And multiple extra points. Mike Whalen's back, though. First down. Got 21 for 65. And we do have a quick score, 28-14. Shot down the field. You don't convert these. Good coverage. 3rd and 9. Cincinnati with 1 timeout remaining. I think we have that. Beautiful ball to Elodie. Good adjustment. And we're down inside the 10. Can Mike Whalen find the end zone again? Probably not. I just feel like they're addicted to stopping the run. Like, we absolutely need more outside runs, but every suggestion is inside zone. Mike Whalen. Oh, he got bumped. Otherwise, that's a touchdown. Third and goal. There's Mike. It's another touchdown for the Whale. I don't know if I like the nickname. I don't know if it fits. 35-14 is all but certainly your final here. They're going to get one more snap off. Shot down the field. Coverage is pretty good, and that is the final. Yeah, it looked a little bit weird, but we outscored them 21-7 in the second half, and really after the first quarter, just completely dominated them. Mike Whalen, it's another 3-touchdown game. We're struggling to find space a little bit in the run game, but still performing well enough. Only 3 incompletions for Kerry Mears today. 235 yards passing, a touchdown, no picks. 3 touchdowns on 26 attempts for Mike Whalen. I mean, that's less than 3 per carry. It's not great. But they were a tough team to run on. That's just kind of how it is. Receiving, Ezekiel Elodie, 6 for 112 and a touchdown. Josh Smith with 47, 45 for Jalen Smith. Micah Gilbert, man, I feel like we got to get him going, but I don't know. It's working enough right now without him. Sack for Carl Worthy, because of course we had no picks in this game. No forced fumbles. Just another solid win. We started out a bit slow and then really found it. This is not great. Greg Teague is very interested in Notre Dame, and now it looks like we're probably playing to force a recruiting battle. He is on campus this week with a complimentary to Brandon Butts. Kansas State's considered a lower tier opponent, but they're going to be tough, and they're 6-2. We are fighting a losing battle for Juan Valenzuela against Oklahoma. So we just need to focus more heavily on Sammy Corbin. Looks to be a top player in this class. Top 60. He's a top 10 receiver. Fairly local. I like the way it seems. Notre Dame and Michigan are really pushing for the 5-star edge rusher, Darren Alexander. I don't know, this will be an interesting visit week. Denard Cheeks, the 5-star corner from Lithonia, Georgia, will commit with a win. I think that's an absolute guarantee. Trayvon Kendrick's on campus as well. We need this to go well, and he's in the class as well. Who else? I mean, Nebraska's making a push for Brandon Butts. I think a good visit could wrap that one up for us, but you can't guarantee a good visit. So, again, just got to go out, control what we can control, win by as much as possible, and I don't know if this is the recruiting class of our dreams, but build a recruiting class we can be excited about. Right now, it ranks as the 76th best class in the nation. 2 4-stars committed, both on the offensive line. How about that? And we got a 5-star on the way right now. Kansas State, telling you, they're 6-2. This is not going to be an easy matchup. Try to get any upgrade we can prior to this game. Classic play suggestion to start the game off. It's only every game, I feel like. On the move. Can Elodie get up the field? Get up the field. The playmaker sucks sometimes. Was it not clear and obvious who the closest receiver was? There's Waylon. Yeah, I mean, double corners here seems effective. Slant wide open, though. There's Micah Gilbert. I talk about wanting to get him more involved. We need a blowout win. But I'm telling you, Kansas State's tough. They were unreal in CFB 25. That's an insane throw. Mears on the money to Micah Gilbert. That's an insane throw. Doesn't really throw the tightest spiral, but he got it there. Do we go to Gilbert again? Elodie, wide open, steps out at the 4. We need that to be a touchdown. Slant to Gilbert, touchdown. Nice drive for Micah Gilbert. 3 touches for him on this drive. And all very impactful. This one was a touchdown. And we just allowed a 42-yard rush. 42 yards. I feel like no one has really been able to run the ball on us all year. And we just allowed them to get basically half the field in one play. There's a good sack. Kenyon Crothers maybe getting there. But it might have been somebody else. 2nd and goal. They're trying to get a little bit fancy. We're not really giving them much. And a sack again. Carl Worthy was there. Zena Umeazulu as well. And the defense clutched up to keep them off the board. Good way to bounce back after the 42-yard rush. And we are driving again. Okay, this actually might end up being a shootout here at Wyoming. Waylon's tracked down from behind. 4 rushes for 42 yards. Really felt like that could have been a touchdown. Just didn't quite have the speed to escape. And more pressure. You know, if we just rip that shot up the seam, we might actually have a touchdown. But sometimes I just don't feel comfortable with Kerry Mears. He's kind of got a little bit of a long delivery. I think it's kind of tough to just, you know, take some of these timing routes and think he's going to get it there. Elodie was open. So was Mike Whalen. We just opted to go, of course, to the receiver, who's played great for us. First and goal on the 2. Scott in motion. It's going to be an interception. And this one might go all the way. Ashford's going to outrun Jalen Smith. It wasn't open, but I thought he would shield with his body and it would just be a one-on-one. Obviously, that's not what happened. I got to take a second look at it. Because I thought that was our best option here. Like, truthfully. Play action. I'm like, Elodie's not open. Nobody's open. Should have run, but, you know, I thought Smith was going to fight through this. But I don't know how this corner fights gravity and physics and slides in front of Smith. Like, he shielded off. How does he possibly get back in front? Smith just stopped moving, is what happened. That's tough. That's tough. 10-10. Mears on the move. Can't throw it up. Bad read? Yeah, of course. And see if we can just try to make the next play. Elodie looks open. It was underthrown, but the Kansas State DB just got kind of bumped and stopped running. So we're able to complete that pretty easily. Looked like it was going to be a much tougher play. Too late. Got to it too late. Man. 38 seconds. Need a touchdown here. Scott in motion. Tight end wide open. He just doesn't have the speed. Let's get a timeout, actually. Zeke Elodie. Yeah, he's going to be open. Nope, they're lurking underneath it in a cover 2. Ashford with another pick. That's the problem with not reading the field and just looking at one receiver. Kind of thought it was man coverage. It was not. Getting crushed here. Making mistakes in critical moments. It's not the blowout we were looking for. That's for sure. Not at all. Third and 10. Passing has not been effective. We try to run. Mears puts the ball on the ground. Kansas State recovers. Defense gives us the ball back. Holy shit, man. I mean, the offense obviously needs to stay on the field here. Fourth and 2. Jalen Smith makes the catch, runs after catch, and gets the first down. Tried to go hurry up in that spot. Again, it, of course, didn't let me. Play action. Carry on the move. How's that for a slide? Touchdown. Kerry Mears will take the lead. Finally, did something right. 3rd and 7. Elodie open, and there's not a lurking field side corner anymore. Thankfully. We're able to actually complete the throw to the wide open receiver. Jaden Scott. I swear I'm trucking, man. I've never seen a truck in this game. How long does it take to go? Because I'm spamming it. Anyway. Jaden Scott touchdown. Kansas State driving. Suddenly we're up 24-13. I don't think we've played that well. Sacked. Let's go to Quan Beard from the secondary. I don't like when we just go 3 and out and punt, though, in these spots. Unreal that that's caught. Yeah, of course they're going for the onside kick. That's the game. 24-21. It's a narrow victory to a team that is rated apparently much lower than we are, despite being 6-2 in the same conference. I guess we are a top 10 team. Like, I guess I get it, but that was a frustrating one. I can't even switch onto a corner because they literally will just get out of the way and not get the ball. A couple of bad picks in this one, but a win is a win. Mike Whalen injured again. Elodie 7 for 124. Gilbert with a touchdown on 51 yards receiving. Defense played well. But, you know, we can't expect them to be absolutely perfect, especially when we're turning the ball over. Got to play better than that. We were a little bit rattled that game, but at least we came out with a win. Torn labrum for Mike Whalen. He's going to miss the next 4 weeks. That is tough. Only Jaden Scott here for weeks 10, 11, 12, and 13, maybe? We'll see about that one. But we keep winning. That's the important thing right now. We keep winning. And we get a commitment from 5-star corner Denard Cheeks. I told you win, and he is absolutely committing. We lose out on a linebacker we were not recruiting. Don't really mind about that one. And it's the battle for the bronze boot. 6-2 Colorado State. We are the number 5 ranked team in the nation, according to the College Football Playoff Committee. And yeah, it's a recruiting battle for Greg Teague. The visit only went okay. We're in 2nd place for Juan Valenzuela. This one's over. He's going to Oklahoma. I'm going to stop recruiting him. There's not really a point at this point. Juan Valenzuela is done. Not the fastest, but seems pretty good otherwise. Man. Colorado State. We lost them last year, right? In the awful time management at the end of the game. This should be a murder. That's what it should be. Mike Whalen will not play in this game. He's out for the next 4 weeks with a torn labrum. But that's kind of okay. Well, it's not really, but we have our starter from last season. Jaden Scott getting the start today. We know he's ready for it. Kerry Mears to run. Kerry did not get enough. We will keep the offense on the field. Kind of look geared to stop this, but we'll see anyway. They do. I just can't run the ball in any end short situation. We're just going to get stuffed. Man. I'm going to try not to get insanely frustrated early because there's a lot of time to be frustrated. The first quarter is not necessarily that time. Tried to set him up with a juke move, and we were free, but Jaden Scott could not evade him. It's a good Colorado State team. They're 6-2. They're better than they usually are, but they're not good enough to cover Ezekiel Eloti, apparently. It's a big first down. We had a mismatch there. We exploited it a little bit. And I wish we just had the speed to every once in a while have a receiver just absolutely burn down the field. What was that? That was terrible. Second and 19. Screen. Got a blocker at least, making it third and manageable. 3rd and 2 is not a bad spot to be in. Going to Jaden Scott. Throw is behind him. It's another 4th and inches. We're in the Wyoming playbook. Here's 4th and inches. Eloti makes the catch. Already his 4th. Please block on this. Oh, boy. It's so close, yet we just can't make the play happen. Shot down the field. I think we have a step. Jalen Smith touchdown. Now we're getting some other guys involved. 3rd and 20. Come on, defense. They're going to run the football. Cox is all over it. More tackles with Mike linebackers is not the worst. Get that play style up. Why is that behind him? Get the ball out. Waited on that. And for good reason. It's a Josh Smith touchdown. I think this is where we start to run away with it a little bit. I think this is it. Scott in motion. Airing it out. Eloti. Can't get it to him. It's a tough play. Wide open on the RPO. It's Josh Smith. Falling ahead. We make this 21-3 before the half. I feel like we got this, but you know, a lot can happen that can make that go wrong. Running with Scary Carry. Sliding. Got the first. Appreciate you, Sports Ball. Hurley, thanks for the prime. Threading the needle to Josh Smith. That was a close one, but we completed it. Smith wide open again, touchdown. Colorado State really no interest in covering him, huh? No interest at all. Third quarter, 3rd and 5. Let's start to put this one away. Just going to run with Kerry Mears. The receivers just don't seem nearly as open as I would like them to be. I feel like a lot of the teams that we play have incredible coverage. But it's also possible that a lot of the vertical routes I try just don't get open. Kerry Mears, touchdown. Yeah, that's going to be it. Colorado State, what can you say? Hey, they showed up. But you're playing a top 5 team in the nation, and that top 5 team actually decided to play like the top 5 team for once. And absolutely dominated them. Touchdown, Micah Gilbert. That's going to be 35-3. And This one is just most certainly over at this point. That ends the third quarter. And unless something happens in the near future, we're just going to go on cruise control and win the game 42-10. The battle for the bronze boot goes back to Wyoming. Dominant victory in this one. 4 touchdowns for Kerry Mears, nearly as many touchdowns as incompletions. Rushing, Jaden Scott had a very nice game, as did Kerry Mears on the ground. He had a touchdown. And he just spread the ball around really well. Smith with a pair of touchdowns. Micah Gilbert and Jalen Smith had one as well. Defensively, guys just did the job. Worthy with a sack. Eddie Cox with a pick. And we are 9-0. So on cruise control. Just horrendous news on the recruiting front. Valenzuela we gave up on. He picks Oklahoma. Maybe we could have forced a recruiting battle. He's kind of ducked out. Darren Alexander picks Notre Dame. Jermaine Prince picks Georgia. A lot of players that we had recruited the entire year making decisions to go elsewhere. And Greg Teague's going to go to Notre Dame as well. So the 2 5-star receivers we went after will be going elsewhere. Maybe Valenzuela changes his mind with the play time, but we probably needed to force that recruiting battle, and we didn't. And now we have other teams going after Afa Tavai, trying to improve their offensive lines. Well, I would sure like for that to not happen. We'll see. I mean, the recruiting class is kind of falling apart now. I said I don't think that's going to happen. It's happening. It's definitely happening. So, how do we start making plays if we don't have the players to make those plays? I don't know. Trying to add some defensive tackles here at the last minute. We probably don't even have a chance at Antonio Middlebrooks. Bryce Harris maybe is the one to go after. 3-star D tackle. I honestly feel like that's a position that you can get in the portal, though. Find some solid starters. So maybe just not freak out about it. All these guys have deep playing time. They're bad players. Ahmad Sullivan, maybe out of junior college, is a slight steal, but much of these players are not very good. We'll worry about recruiting in a moment, but for right now, we've got 4-5 UCF to try and stay undefeated. They're 69 overall, but we need to win this game. Got to treat it like they're a 99. Play our game, win the game. Classic play action jet sweep to start. I do coach suggestions. This is what happens. Will it be effective now? Oh, we got bumped. That's a great ball, but into some pretty heavy traffic. Probably was never going to get caught. Jaden Scott just does not have that extra gear, man. Yeah, at the bounce house. UCF, they get rowdy. It's an awful pass. Lobbed it. Maybe needed to bullet that. I use revamped passing. I guess I know it's not very good, but I keep doing it. See those defensive backs. Awesome players. Awesome players. We got a really good secondary. We need to hopefully start forcing some turnovers. Jay London, thanks for the prime sub. Scott up the middle for 6. Wide open in the flat is Jaden Scott. Again, how do you get run after catch for anything in the flat? Here's 3rd and 2. The reverse pass doesn't even work. UCF is all over it. And we will kick. Kick is good. I hate kicking in this game on the road, but we make it 3-0. And that may be enough to win. Our defense has been so great. We could just win the game off that. Good defense there. That should force a punt. 4th and 6 is a bit too much. No, they did go for it and they got it. Yeah, I don't know when the orange throw happens. I feel like it's when you mistime it, but revamped is weird because like it's all timing in a way, and none of it's timing. Like both simultaneously true somehow. Because if you want a lob, you do have to tap it. If you want a bullet, you have to hold it. But I feel like if you hold bullet passes with revamped, they're bad throws. They're never blue throws. Perfect throws. So I don't really know what to do. Here's 3rd and 5. Ooh, broken tackles. Jadarius Sawyer down to the 2. We're going to run commit here. It is a run. And it's a touchdown. UCF with the first TD of the game and the football back. Worthy's going to blitz here. And we'll just leave a wide open area. All right, 4th and 2. Did they keep the offense out there? No. 3-10. It's been a weird game so far. But plenty of time left. We're not going to freak out. Get it down the field. How do I aggressive catch and then the receiver never actually jumps? Explain that to me. Oh, we can't even hear the adjustments here. That's what the deal is at the bounce house. It's so loud they can't even get a hot route out there. That's crazy. Is that caught? Ezekiel Elodi came down with it. We high pointed it, which to me means it shouldn't be intercepted ever. That looked like a good route, and then it really wasn't, but Scott is just fast enough. All right. 45 seconds. We throw that? We actually can, and Josh Smith gets in. Touchdown to tie. Okay. Hey, now we're cooking. Our defense really is not playing that well against UCF, though. I feel like there's not many 3-and-outs. It's a drive. Long drive. And they keep making plays. Pressure gets there. Derek Simmons with the sack. 4th and 20. UCF with 3. We're running the ball really effectively right now. 41-yard rush by Kerry Mears. But I'm so afraid to run the ball on 3rd and anything. Because it means it's going to be 4th and something. A lot of the time. Or it's not. Jaden Scott has enough. Amani Earl doesn't play anymore. Because Josh Smith is better. The same way it was like Jaden Scott doesn't play anymore because I prefer Mike Whalen. Got to get the best players out there. Kerry Mears to take off. He's just fast enough, and he's in. Looked like he was kind of banged up, but made it happen anyway. He hits the Heisman pose as we take the lead here late in the 3rd quarter. I mean, we're absolutely on upset watch here. We need our defense to do something crazy on 3rd and 8. Get us the ball back. Get us the ball back. Quarterback with all day. Fumble! They did something crazy! Derek Simmons knocked it out. Kenyon Crothers recovers. And we need that to be the game. Third and 9, though. We need points off this. Mears is going to have to step up in the pocket. Pressure was there. It's 4th and 1. Obviously need to go for it in this spot. Ball's floating up. Incomplete. Zach, thanks for the tier 1 as UCF has the ball and is driving again. It is a touchdown away from taking the lead. Yeah, 4th and short is always awful to deal with. For me, at least. Feels like no blocking is the theme of that down. They love to not block, it feels like. Oh, that's a lot of speed. That is a lot of speed. Deceptive. Tavion Swint burst up the middle. RPO, slant, touchdown. UCF takes the lead. Okay. 2:51 on the clock, down by 3. This is if we find out if we're a championship caliber team or not. There's a flag. It's going to be coming back. That's not really a championship caliber play. Holding the spot to make it 1st and 20. From our own 15. That's the way this is going to start. That's just how that goes. Oh, we're going to throw it into traffic. Elodie makes the catch! Safety got turned around. And we hit Zeke Elodie for a big gain. Carey's playing a bit hurt. But that is a big-time throw. Carey Mears to keep. Got a block from Elodie. I'm sliding! Why did he leap through the air? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay. Why did he do that? Carey again. What is happening? All right, we're in field goal range. As long as we don't turn over the ball, we can tie and force overtime. There's Elodie, his 3rd catch. Carey Mears to run. He's going to get sacked. 3rd and 5. I think we're getting a little bit crazy here. We're going to call a timeout. What wants to get open here? Elodie, maybe? He is. We can't get it to him. We're going to try to tie it. We're lined up 4th and 5 for the tie. We are 17 seconds away from overtime. Our defense needs help. Overtime. Okay. Ball's already on the 3. I thought this was in regulation. I almost freaked out. What are they doing? I'm seeing the chat. I don't know how the play clock management could be bad there. We were going to score with plenty of time. Here was the problem. We couldn't convert. It was not a clock issue. The clock was perfect. You know how I know? Because we tied up the game and they couldn't answer in regulation. So complaining about a lot of things, complaining about the clock management there, you're an idiot. Let's go. Good sack. The issue was not the clock. The issue is we couldn't get a fucking first down. Oh, man. Let's go. Down by 3. Touchdown wins it. I need a Snickers because I'm not me when I'm hungry. No, that is me. Me is telling somebody how I really feel. All right, here we go. Good start. Jaden Scott, 2 yards away from a win. Punch it in. Game over. But maybe we should have left more time on the clock so we could have lost in regulation if we couldn't convert. 26-23. We stay undefeated. We stay in the top 10. This was a battle. UCF on the road was a tough team here. They're on the road for us. Mears didn't exactly play the best, but hey, we got the win. 7 for 82 and a touchdown. Scott with a touchdown as well, of course. Nobody was particularly impressive as a receiver. And then defensively, 3 TFLs for Worthy, 2 for Simmons, 2 sacks for Simmons. Zena and Worthy both had one. No interceptions in this game, but we are 10-0. Got to keep cruising. Greg Teague picks Notre Dame. Are we going to drop in the rankings after nearly losing? No. These are the Big 12 standings. Currently in that top spot, Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy's back, even though we got fired in real life. Oklahoma State is 11-0. They, I don't believe, are on our schedule this season. Arizona 3-7. So much disappointment here at the top. And it really looked like it was going so well. We've got UConn in week 13. That should be kind of an easier one, hopefully. Although you never know. If we can just bring in one big-time receiver, that would be enough for me, to be honest. Not really super worried about everybody else. Emeka Lucky is on campus this week. This is a huge visit week. Unfortunately, 5-star edge Darren Alexander has already committed to Notre Dame. Jalen Griffin is here. He's open for business. Jermaine Prince is committed to Georgia. But Emeka Lucky on campus. Jalen Griffin on campus. He's another 5-star, number 2 player in the nation, number 1 corner, guaranteed to commit with a win. Guaranteed. Emeka Lucky will be close. He didn't really have a great visit to Arkansas. We are in the lead. I honestly think it's ours to lose. The rest are slightly more up for debate. Maybe we can win on Antonio Middlebrooks. I don't know. We got 50. I mean, the team looks pretty good. We don't really have a lot of holes, and I don't want to just add players for the sake of adding players. I want to add really talented players in the portal. So that's going to be a focus. I'm not just going to add players for the sake of adding players to the board. Sometimes you don't need to use all of your hours. Arizona, 3-7. They've got 1 conference win. Hopefully not about to add number 2. We nearly lose to UCF. We really haven't had many close games this year. Or if we have, you know, it's been not really close games, like the other team scoring in garbage time to make it look a little bit closer at the end. Like that 16-8 one for a while, but I think we're in a really good position here. We should be getting Mike Whalen back for a potential playoff run. But it'll be more Jaden Scott today. And you'll never guess what play will start this game. Just like always. It's the same play every time. Maybe they were well studied because they saw that. Read that pretty well. Nah, I'm not a big college basketball guy. I know a lot of people love it. I'm not watching college basketball in any other month but March, really. I just don't care about it. And even in March, I honestly don't really care. I'm a football guy. Josh Smith, first down. And we're cruising. Just got to keep it up. I feel like Jalen Smith could really space the field well. A Lodi on a crosser, and Smith as a check down. No. Not what we wanted. Let me get that wheel out there. Oh, it's wide open. There's Jaden Scott for the first. This could be a big Kerry Mears game. Feels like we're throwing the ball really well. Didn't really feel like we had a ton of options. I think to just get anything there is all right. Mears under pressure will get sacked. Third and 10. A Lodi, great route, touchdown. We just need to find him one-on-one matchups against man coverage. A Lodi versus man is not fair. But when they can run a zone defense and kind of take away what we want to do, it's a little bit tougher to get him the ball. But just find man matchups and exploit them. And please protect so we actually have time to throw. That would be nice. Glance, touchdown, Micah Gilbert. We don't really ever throw the glance there. It's usually bubble or just hand the ball off, but I think throwing the glance and just trusting Micah Gilbert could work out a lot. Now, sometimes just trusting the receiver is not good at all. But, I mean, you know, when you get a lead, you can kind of afford to just put some trust in your team. 4th and 4. It's a 56-yarder. We have not consistently made from that range. So I think we keep the offense out there. One-on-one for a Lodi. Yeah, he's just going to be too good. He didn't really even get a ton of space there, but got enough. I mean, the offense has had some big games this year and in the past, but it hasn't been consistency. That's been the big problem, and we really have never been able to run the ball all that effectively. That's very inconsistent. It's very dependent on the opponent in the day. There's a Jaden Scott touchdown out of the backfield, though. And this is the blowout we were looking for. 1:10 on the clock. See, this is where I'd love to just Zach Wilson pro day, drop back, and just throw a bomb. And that's a floater up for Jalen Smith. Rousseau won't catch him. 28-0. I've dreamed of making this particular play. We never have the time, or the player never gets over the top. Not this time. Jalen Smith, if he's even, he's leaving. Even with the corner, separated with the ball in the air. 28-0. And it may not be done yet. I think we got this matchup for a Lodi that we want, but... Ooh, dropped by Jaden Scott. Defense wasn't what we needed it to be successful. If they run zone, we're just not going to be able to take the top off the defense as much as we want. Jaden Scott going to be down to the 2-yard line. And I'd love to see Jaden Scott actually get this in. He's gonna. Touchdown, Jaden Scott. Yeah, this is a nightmare performance for the Wildcats. Down 38-7. Congrats on the garbage time score. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's going to end up looking closer than it was, even if they make it like 38-14 or 38-21. But this was not a close game. I mean, we crushed them, right? So, going for the onside. We're just going to simulate out. Like, they made it close. 38-20, close-ish. It's still a blowout win. 38-22, it's not a blowout win. It's 16 instead of 17 because they scored 22 in the fourth quarter. Okay. I don't know if that's going to impact recruiting very much. Even Mason Drube got in the game through a pick. Jesus. Kerry Mears got hurt is why. Jaden Scott got hurt. My offense is dropping like flies. Oh, man. Big game for Jalen Smith and Elodie, of course. Defensively, Carl Worthy continues to dominate. Woodfork playing great. Hopefully these injuries are not super threatening to our future success, because those are a couple of big injuries as we approach some really big games. Hopefully they just got knocked out for the game and they're going to be good to go this next time around. Now, Mason Drube is not especially bad, as we do land 5-star corner Jalen Griffin from Georgia. We'll see on the rest. Like, we are the number 4 team in the nation. This is our final regular season game. Will we have our starting quarterback? No. It's a dislocated knee for Kerry Mears. Broken ribs for Jaden Scott. The good news is Mike Whalen's back. The bad news is we're going to be without our starting quarterback for some really impactful games. You're talking about a conference championship with no starting quarterback. Drube is all right, but he is not exactly exceptional. So, I don't know. That's going to be a pretty big problem, potentially, as we look to be a playoff team. I think even with a loss, we're a playoff team, but it's not what you want. Never what you want. Emeka Lucky had a good visit. Pretty much the best he could have had. No, it was a blowout. Oh, okay. Is it 16? I thought it was 17. It says blowout. See if we can stay in the lead for Joel Mayo. Really haven't scouted many of these players. You kind of just gamble on the star rating a lot of the time, but I like where we are with Sammy Corbin, even though we swung and missed on a lot of these guys at the top. Hoping we can find some real value at the bottom. I could see Raekwon LaRue actually being quite good. Yeah, he's got some abilities here. Could be a good value player down the board. But, yeah, everyone wanted Mason Drube. Not everybody. Like, a few select loud people wanted Mason Drube to be the starter. And we kept rocking with Kerry Mears. But now Drube is going to be forced to play. He's got a decent arm. He's got decent accuracy. The mobility leaves a lot to be desired. But, there are worse backup quarterbacks. We were able to keep him. He didn't transfer away. And now we need him. I mean, these are big, big moments. Show us what you're made of, and, you know, hopefully this ends up being a team that goes undefeated at least through the regular season. But, I mean, we're going to be a college football playoff team almost certainly. Let's rock the all-brown. And hopefully just steamroll UConn. Mason Drube is in. Play action, jet sweep to start. And I really think Drube could play very well. It's just we lose the mobile ability that makes Kerry Mears interesting. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. We got to retire that play. It's the first suggestion every time. We got to stop running it. Drube is ice cold. Airmail Elodie going for the bullet pass. 3rd and 18. Ooh. They actually didn't read that the way I thought. We get a little bit more distance on the punt, but... Or, like, a little more distance from the end zone so we can, you know, get the punt deeper into their territory. Pretty good punt. But that was a tough opening drive. But this is where our defense really shines. Against bad teams, we make bad teams look really, really bad. We're back on offense. I mean... Unfortunately, read option is not an option today. There's a flag. I think this is a hold. Welcome back to the offense, Mike Whalen. But this one's coming back. We got to remember this is Mason Droob's first start ever for us. And his first game action really of the entire year. So... You know, we can't expect him to come out and be a dominant player. That's a bullet up the seam to Josh Smith, though. Great ball. It's a great ball. Ooh, back to Smith again. Thought the linebacker might have been lurking that, but thankfully it got to him. Second and goal. Whalen cannot get in. Mike Whalen finally in. Touchdown. Yeah, we're going to miss Kerry Mears for at least the next 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know what that means for game action depending on when the conference championship is. But he's at least out today, obviously. And then could miss the conference title game, which we are guaranteed to be in as we went undefeated in conference play. I don't know what it means for a college football playoff game. I think he'll be back for sure, but we'll see. There's Mike Whalen. Love throwing him out of the backfield. He's got the safety net ability. And he just seems to be always making a play. See, they read the edge, and I just kept it anyway. Willis McGahee the 4th making the play? Okay. Any relation to Willis McGahee? I don't really remember him being the 3rd, but I'm not sure. We had the cross probably with Smith, but just was a little bit conservative there against the rush. Now, even if we lose to UConn, we are a college football playoff team. So tried to run there for a second, and Droob just did not even move. Would have been in on the road, probably. We missed it here. How many kicks am I going to miss tonight? Oh, my God. That's like the 4th miss. I usually don't miss in a season, and I've missed 4 times tonight. Is it time to bench Charlton? He's got to be the issue. I know this is not going in. It's going perfectly in. UConn kickers, like, that's how it's done. Brian Aquino from way downtown. All right, can Droob get back and start making some plays? We're throwing that. Oh, it's a beautiful ball to Jalen Smith. That's one of the best throws by any quarterback this year. Nakan, thanks for the tier 1, 3 in advance. It's an awesome throw. Oh, I didn't even see the safety. It's going to be intercepted. Blind. Blind. Never saw the safety. I think we had a touchdown to a Lodi. Just thought we'd go over the top. Play action. Elodie got bumped. Doesn't matter. Perfectly in his hands, but he drops it. It kind of mattered. Yeah, Drew did not see the safety, unfortunately. Just a lack of playtime this year, obviously. It's a... That is a sick throw. I mean, that's what I wanted to happen, but that almost never actually works. Drew has thrown some bullets. He's still on his feet. Oh, my goodness. Mason Drube. We're going to go hurry up here. The clock is an issue. But we have one timeout. Want to save that. Throwing it for Elodie. To the end zone! Woo! Touchdown! Ezekiel Elodie. That is a heck of a throw. No, Mears was not benched. Mears is out for the next 4 weeks here. And Mason Drube is starting to heat up. Good timing to Elodie, who drops the ball. Come on, Darryl. Nail this one. That kick is good. 17-3. And we're into the fourth quarter with the lead. Still throwing. There's Waylon, and Waylon drops the ball. This is a lot of drops today. Tua came in for Hurts, because, you know, it's Jalen Hurts. There's Micah Gilbert. Touchdown. Or we should be done throwing today. I think that's quite enough. 24-3. Woodfork will blitz. And the quarterback will get sacked. Our fourth of the game. Okay, well, maybe we'll throw on 3rd and 5. Wide open. There's Carry On, a guy who almost never plays. And we should be able to put this game away. That's the 2-minute timeout. There's no dilemma here. We're playing 2-9 UConn. Let's put that into perspective, please. We are playing 2-9 UConn. About to be 2-10 UConn. Mike Whalen touchdown. Like, I would hope this is what Mason Drube is doing. He's made some great throws, some really bad throws. He's been great today, but let's put it into perspective. We got to think about who we're playing. Kerry Mears doesn't carry us to, 11 wins, and then suddenly it's his job has gone to somebody else. Over like a 4-touchdown, 1-interception performance against UConn. Oh, what a catch, Josh Smith. It's a hold. It is a hold. Man, we're holding a lot. We really just didn't play all that great today. A lot of drops, a lot of penalties, some misses at quarterback, but our defense has us. That is the regular season done with. Undefeated, 12-0. I'm ready for the conference championship. Drube actually did not have 4 touchdowns. He had 2. 17 for 28, 255, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Rushing, Mike Whalen with 2 touchdowns. Drube did fumble, of course. Receiving, 5 for 70 for Gilbert. Touchdown also for Zeke Elodie. And then defensively, the guys did what they do. TFLs all over the place. Sacks for Zena, Carl Worthy, and Chad Woodfork. Allen Hennessy with a pick. I kind of thought Zena Umeazulu would be a little bit more impactful for us as a big pass rush defensive tackle, but I don't think he's been like all that good. Derek Simmons has certainly, outplayed him. Recruiting battle with Florida State for Trayvon Kendricks. Our O-line's never going to be good. And that is the Big 12 championship revealed. Number 6 undefeated Oklahoma State against number 3 Wyoming. Here are the season stats. Kerry Mears, 2,100 yards passing, 22 touchdowns to 5 picks. Mason Drube, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks on 322 yards passing. Rushing, Mike Whalen finishes with 11 touchdowns in the regular season. Kerry Mears had 6, 5 for Jaden Scott. Nobody else is really doing anything. And then receiving, Ezekiel Elodi, 839 yards and 8 touchdowns. Quite a bounce-back year after the injury. I would like to boost something here. How about improve standard catches? That could be nice. And maybe even improve double move routes as well. We'll see how that goes. We have some upgrades, but nothing crazy. I will say Mike Whalen had a nice year. A couple touchdowns as a receiver, missed a lot of time. Great year overall. 23 TFLs for Carl Worthy, 12 sacks. He was awesome. I guess Zena has 7.5 sacks. I thought it was more like 4.5. Okay, so he's played better than I thought. Carl Worthy has been awesome. And the interceptions, 3 for Taquan Beard and Messiah Delhomme. Crothers Hennessy with 2. Eddie Cox with 1. Really not many interceptions for us. We don't really force that many. Heading to week 15, we are getting a commitment here. 4-star speedster receiver Sammy Corbin from Aurora, Colorado has entered the class. We are in a recruiting battle with Nebraska for 5-star quarterback Brandon Butts. Number 3 team in the nation. 2 undefeated Big 12 schools now going after it. Do we want a different defensive coordinator? Matthew Entz nearly was fired a year ago, but we kept him around. No, or did we hire him a year ago? I think we hired him, actually. Excuse me. So, I don't think we're going to be firing. In fact, we're going to extend Wheeler here if we can. And, man, Oak State's going crazy right now. If we check out the Heisman Watch, shouldn't really have anybody involved here. Yeah, unfortunately not. Maybe next year. It's a possibility. Injury report says Kerry Mears will miss the next couple of weeks. Same with Jaden Scott. And Leon Folsom has not played the entire year. And I don't really know that he was going to very much. Mason Drube will be the starter for this conference championship matchup. He really started to find it a bit down the stretch. So I'm optimistic that he can lead us to a win. Backup quarterback in the conference championship. You know what? Maybe no problem. We'll see how it ends. We're going to lose Trayvon Kendricks to FSU, more than likely. Hopefully we can hold on to Emeka Lucky. We're just not getting the points back. Because we can't hard sell, and we can't get the play style up, really. We're trying, but it's just not happening. And then North Texas is a recruiting juggernaut somehow. Is it the pipeline the main difference? Here's Oklahoma State. Winning the conference, our first year in the conference, would be great. We'll see if we have what it takes to make it happen. Oklahoma State undefeated. We'll see what happens. My expectations are still really high. Even though we lose Kerry Mears, I think Drube is going to be able to run the offense. And we know our defense is the strength of this team. Let's go out and win a Big 12 championship. We're here in Texas at AT&T in Arlington. Let's have a big game. Let's make something happen. Starting up pretty deep in our own territory. But you know what? It feels good to have Mike Whalen back. He's wrapped up in the back end. It's tough to run read option when you actually can't option it with the quarterback because Drube is so slow. 2nd and 9. Not really a lot of place to go for Mike Whalen there. And it's 3rd and 5. Whalen's open. Whalen makes the catch. Whalen broken tackle there. And a 1st down. Yeah, the undefeated Cowboys playing in the Cowboys Stadium. Not something that ever happens. Except for in week 1. Smith makes the catch, but not really much room after it. With Mason Drube in the game, the temptation to just bomb it down the field is so strong. But then you find yourself dropping back and dropping back and dropping back and getting in bad spots. 3rd and 9. Kind of thought Smith would be on an in-breaker there. Just didn't happen. 4th and 3. We're not going to punt. Flat wide open. That's probably the worst throw I've ever seen. Fake punt for the first time this year. It was wide open. And not the result we wanted. That was tough. But our defense is great. We trust the defense. Even though we didn't really because we went for it. 3rd and 5. I love the Tom Tupa reference in chat. That's culture. The hybrid quarterback punter. And we got 6 points on the board. Interesting. And now we're getting fancy. Little reverse. Elodie just going to run. We got a block. Ezekiel Elodie was supposed to throw there, but we've already had a play this game where we had someone who's not supposed to be throwing the ball throw the ball. What a throw. Micah Gilbert, touchdown. We had some options there, but we wanted the touchdown. Took a risk, got it there. Good ball. It's 13-0. Dude, if we come out and we blow out the undefeated Oklahoma State Cowboys. Oh, it's a Cowboy-Cowboy matchup. Wow. I didn't realize that for some reason. And it's going back to Oklahoma State. I said it before it was even picked. Yeah, they just have it over the top. You just can't throw it. Can't throw it. Oklahoma State only gets 3. Great route. It's so tempting to come out here and make mistakes trying to, throw it 40, 50 yards down the field. But it's important to stay patient and not do that. Play a better brand of offense. All right, 2nd and 7. We're throwing it so far down the field here. No, we're not. Smith with the 1st down. 25 seconds on the clock. Clock's ticking. We got to get down the field here in a hurry. Or at least into field goal range. Shot down the field. Elodie with a step. It's underthrown. Kind of felt like that should have been a touchdown. We are maybe on the edge of field goal range. Oh my God, what an effort. Can we somehow spike this? Clock hits triple zeros. We didn't hold the spike button. Didn't hold the spike button. And more clock management shenanigans. I don't know where my timeouts went, but I had no timeouts. Kind of up against it there. Our defense has been dominant. They average 1 yard per play on 5 minutes of clock. How have they held the ball for 5 minutes? Averaging 1 yard per play. Has that been how bad our offense is? Jacksonville State beats FIU by 2. Ooh, big touchdown. It's 20-3. 20-10. All right. Let's actually be smart. We've pretty much played this entire game like we wanted to lose, to be honest. But I'm going to tell you guys, I'll let you know a little secret. I don't actually want to lose. I sure would like to win this one. We just are needlessly bombing it down the field. And that's kind of what a defense that's so great does to you. It makes you cocky. It makes you stupid because you're like, oh, the defense will just, they'll bail us out, like always. Touchdown, Zeke Elodie. That should be enough to do it. 1 4th down stop, and it's guaranteed. I mean, it's just guaranteed right now. OSU, if you want to call them that, out of timeouts and out of time. Wyoming, year 1 in the Big 12. Our Big 12 conference champions. I mean, kind of a dominant win. Oklahoma State really just did not stand a chance here. We played dumb and still blew them out. I like that. 268 through the air for Mason Drew, 4 touchdowns, and of course the stupid pick. I did not run the ball all that well in this one. And then receiving, Elodie over 100 with 2 touchdowns. Smith and Gilbert both scored as well. And then defensively, 3 TFLs for Carl Worthy, 3 for Zeno Umeozulu. I called him out pregame. He's like, all right, I got you. 2.5 sacks. Woodfork with 1, half a sack for DeMarco Henry. No picks in this one, but we have punched our ticket to a first-round bye in the college football playoff. There was a lot on the line in this one, but no quarterfinal for us. We are headed straight to a big-time ball game, and we're getting Kerry Mears back. That's what happens next. That is exactly what happens next. I'm excited to get Scary Kerry back. We do get 4-star right tackle Afa Tavai. Trayvon Kendricks picks Florida State. And we are the new #1 team in the nation. Ezekiel Elodie, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. We really didn't get any of those the entire year, it felt like. National Offensive Player of the Week as well for Ezekiel Elodie. This is going to be big. Vertical, thanks for the tier 1. Here's where we are. Still first on a Mecha Lucky. Might have to get lucky in order to get the 5-star linebacker. #1 team in the nation. Ooh, Broyles Award for Wheeler. He's going to be gone, even though we tried to extend him. James McCauley, Oregon quarterback, is your 2028 Heisman winner. Carl Worthy is your best defensive end winner. 12 sacks, 24 tackles, 26 tackles for loss. Carl Worthy also wins the Bronco Nagurski. He's not even draft eligible yet. He also wins the Lombardi Award for Outstanding College Lineman. What a monster. Let's see some of the players we missed out on. Matthew Whitaker with Star Dev. Teague had Star. Valenzuela had Impact. Sammy Corbin, though, does have Star. Gonzalez had Elite. Star for Darren Alexander. Jalen Griffin has Star. Denard Cheeks has Elite. So we keep recruiting these awesome corners. We are DBU. Jermaine Prince had normal, whatever. Damn, Stuber had Star. Kind of feel like Raekwon LaRue's going to end up being sweet. We'll see. Recruiting didn't go amazing, but we still landed 2 5-star corners. Hopefully we're able to keep Wheeler. He's a really good coordinator for us. But check the injury report. It's just Leon Folsom. Kerry Mears is back. Jaden Scott is back. So we have 2 good running backs now. We have no quarterback controversy. What we do have is a rematch against Oklahoma State. Heading down to the Sugar Bowl. When is the last time a team played back-to-back neutral site games in a row against the same team? I don't know. I mean, you'd think in the college football playoff era it becomes more possible. But that's weird. And we'll see if we can win. We've seen it fairly recently, believe it or not. It would be nice if there was not just a white helmet for Wyoming, but that's the only choice. If you're unfamiliar with Wyoming's uniforms, that's why it's a white helmet every single game. We should have maybe put Oklahoma State in some alternates, but this one means a bit more. This is not the Big 12 championship, which matters, but less so now. This is for a big-time bowl win. This is for a college football playoff win. This is to advance the college football playoff semifinal. We honestly should have looked at the bracket, but you're going to see at the bottom ticker what some of the matchups are. Arkansas beats Maryland 50-48. Oh my goodness. God, I hate that I run this play every time. LSU dominates Illinois 56-21. These are not college football playoff matchups, though. And Droob is actually in the game. Not going to happen. Welcome back, Kerry Mears. Does that mean Mike Whalen's not the starting running back? Get Mike Whalen back in there. They changed our entire depth chart. Okay. I mean, I get, yeah, Mason Droob threw a pass. Kerry Mears is in. And I feel much better with Mears because of the mobile ability. Well, you couldn't see it that time. And there's an injury on the O-line, Fortenberry, who got destroyed. And our only choice is to punt. Defense was great last time out. Love these uniforms for Oklahoma State. Hopefully our defense can continue to play well. They scored instantly. And our defense is on the field. Down 7-0. Okay. We've got a bit of a game, huh? No way! How can we not make a play on that? It's going to be 14-0. I don't know how we can't make a play there. Felt like we read that perfectly. Okay. Hold them to 3 here. Cox is all over it. Let's go, Eddie. Let's defend the run, man. Got minimal options outside of that. If they can't run, our secondary's good. Throw to the flat. 3rd and goal from the 2. McKissick already has 151 yards passing. That's highly unusual. QB keeper, big hit! Touchdown, Oklahoma State. There's no way he got in. Down 14-0. And if we win last game and lose this game, doesn't even matter. Kerry Mears to take off. Scary Kerry says, I'll just do it myself. Touchdown, Mears. Come on, defense. Okay, Oklahoma State's just driving today. Come on, Cat. We need a little rally cat action. Defense make a stop. Offense tie it. Let's go. Derek Simmons got there. And we need a drive here. Drive to tie it. There's Mike Whalen. He makes a man miss, and Mike Whalen saw daylight and couldn't turn it into anything more than a big gain, but could have been a touchdown. More Mike Whalen. He's a little bit banged up. You got to remember he's coming back from injury as well. It's been our star players who have been injured in big moments. Ezekiel Elodi last year, and then our starting running back and starting quarterback this year. Kerry showing it off on the ground, though. We are inside a minute. Play action, just get the ball out. There's Josh Smith reaching ahead. He's got it. Uncle Corico, thanks for the prime. We're going to get sacked. We're going to call a timeout. There was a lot going on there. Couldn't really make a decision in time. The right throw was the tight end. But, of course, right guard in one-on-one kind of just gets cooked. It was reading the other side of the field. I think their safety's pretty deep. We're going to run with Kerry Mears. 3rd and 9. We're going to go hurry up here. I think those 2 timeouts could be valuable. They blitz. Perfect time for a screen. We just can't get out there. I don't know how we can't take advantage of a screen against the blitz. It feels like it should be guaranteed, but we'll call a timeout. And we'll really focus on drilling this field goal. Down by 4 going into the 3rd quarter. Need to be better in the 2nd half. And our defense is just allowing yards. That's been the biggest issue so far. Myron Robinson on the back end to force a punt. Let's go. Let's get a drive. It's college football playoff time. Get it out there. Kerry, under pressure, dime to Micah Gilbert. What a throw from Kerry Mears. Over the top. Micah Gilbert, really good coverage. Really good coverage, going for it all there. He did not force a mistake. I think we have it down the field, though. Jalen Smith just doesn't have the speed to outrun the corners. 3rd and 10. We went for it again. It's a big 3rd down. Slants there. Micah Gilbert can't catch it. We'll punt. Conservative punt, but no return. They're going to start on their own 12. Come on, defense. Okay, they were driving. And what happened here? Joe, just 4th quarter. We've got the ball. Got a bit of a drive cooking. We need this O-line to protect because it's a touchdown to Ezekiel Eloti. We average less than a yard per play on 7 calls here. Got to figure that one out. Third and 12. Intercepted. Wow, what a play by the linebacker. It's a great play. Just didn't think he'd make a play on it. Plain and simple. Did not think he was going to make a play. Thought he was going to step up and take away the running back. Thought we could throw it behind him. He's right there. It was tough timing here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and they went play action. Could have been an RPO, I guess. And we need our defense, who's been so good the entire year, to hold this team to 3 or less. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Our defense has not been especially good lately. Well, in this game, I should say. These are big spots. Blitz pickup, slant wide open. When is the last time we saw a fumble? Really can't remember. Don't necessarily need a turnover, just can't allow a touchdown. Still have 3 timeouts. Zena, quick win. Get after him. That's a first down. Make a play. Let's go. Myron Robinson. What an effort. 2nd and 15. Quick throw. Not a great one. Big hit. Kenyon Crothers. Injury timeout. Will help us out. Big 3rd and 12. We can pass commit here. It's an RPO. Bubble screen. Great tackle in space. We're going to call a timeout. We will call a timeout. 3:22 on the clock. Ball in the 20-ish. 17. Big drive. Carey had been pretty good the entire game. Has not got a lot of help from the receivers. We need another big drive. Mike Whalen's 13 for 97. He might have to be a big factor here. We need a touchdown. There's Mike Whalen. It's another first down. And this is where we say, hey, this needs to be the final drive. Turning on shoe clock. This takes us down to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute timeout here. Actually, we get another snap off. Kind of like the personnel they have in. We can run on this. There's Mike Whalen. That's the 2-minute timeout. $37 yards away from the lead. 2 minutes to get there, which is quickly going to go to 1 minute and 20 seconds. There's Mike Whalen. That's a first down. Shoe clock should be on here. You don't think so? Okay, well, I'm the coach. Mike Whalen makes it 2nd and inches. He's at 150 yards rushing. We are inside 50 seconds. And now we're going to go up-tempo a little bit here. Whalen got enough to get there. Inside 40 seconds. He put the ball on the ground. It's recovered by Micah Gilbert. Let's get a timeout. Let's get a timeout because that's insane. Mike Whalen carried us all the way down the field and almost fumbled our season away. Carry to run. 3rd and 5. Clock's ticking. Elodie drops the ball. It's 4th and 5. Yeah, maybe just a bad play call in that spot. I think we've got man coverage. I don't want that type of corner route. I mean, I want Elodie here. That's where this ball needs to go. He's got to win on the outside. He didn't. Pressure got there. Oklahoma State's going to win. How can you not hold up here? The left tackle doesn't even really attempt to block. It's my highest rated offensive lineman. Never attempts to engage because Massey, he didn't think was going to pick up the blitzing linebacker. I know no one likes the clock management. We cannot, if we were to win, if we were to take the lead, we can't let Oklahoma State have time to score. The CPU is insane in this game at scoring in the final 10 seconds. What we needed to do was pick up the fucking edge. Make an attempt to block him, man. Because we have the open receiver. B's open here. Or was going to be. It's just disgusting, the blocking in this game, man. It's disgusting. We've got a timeout. I don't know why they're even not just fumble. Oh my god! Oh my god! We have the ball. We have the ball. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! We got a fumble. I was just wondering when the last time we had a fumble was. Right now. Why would they ever run the ball here? Mario Cristobal took the head coaching job at Oklahoma State. Who forced it out? Big hit. Myron Robinson. And I didn't think we recovered. But Derek Simmons jumped on it. And we've got a chance. We are going to base align the protection. Why do we have 2 seconds here? Mike Whalen to the outside! Down to the 1. Couldn't quite get in. It's going to be a carry keeper. He fumbled the ball! It's recovered! Oh my goodness. It's an Easter miracle. Kerry Mears fumbles on the goal line. Shamar Easter, after 3 mistakes, has risen again. Left tackle doesn't pick up the clear, most valuable player to block. The guy coming right at you. That's mistake number 1. Oklahoma State fumbles. That's mistake number 2. And on the 3rd day, Kerry Mears fumbled, and Easter recovers for the win. Fumble recovery. Fumble resurrection. 17-14 needs to be your final in the most chaotic game of all time. What an absolutely insane finish. There's 1 second left on the clock. There is 1 second left on the clock. I've got my safeties in Narnia. Get back. Crothers to blitz. Here's the throw. It's out of bounds. A game we absolutely did not... Well, it's hard to say we didn't deserve to win it because there was chaos at the end of the game. It seemed like there was no chance we could have won. But we found a way. I mean, the most chaotic sequence at the end of a game ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. We stay undefeated. We win our first college football playoff game. Not the best game for Carey, but the O-line didn't help. Mike Whalen had a great game, except for the near game-losing fumble. Dude. Myron Robinson, player of the game, in my opinion. 3 TFLs and the game-winning forced fumble. And Derek Simmons diving on it. I need to catch my breath. Oh, we have won a college football playoff game, but our season is not over. Nearly, but we win the Sugar Bowl. Clemson and Oregon are playing, Miami and USC, and Iowa and Florida State. We managed to beat Oklahoma State by the skin of our teeth, but we will need to play better in the semifinal if we want to be a college football playoff national champion. We'll need to. It's Oregon. Man. Oregon got upset to Baylor earlier in the year, and we beat Baylor. In a way, we know that we're better than this team. Oregon beats Clemson 38-35. Miami beats USC 31-24. And Florida State, of course, blows out Iowa. Because Iowa, I mean, I think they just set their career or program high in points scored of 16. Let's play Oregon. This is a crazy one. I feel like coming off the high of last game, it's tough to kind of just settle back in here. But we got a job to do. We need to come out and beat Oregon. They are the best team we've played the entire year. We really haven't played a team like this. How about get Mike Whalen's carrying up? This is a tough, tough matchup. But these are the type of teams that you're going to play when you become an elite program. You need to beat these teams. And hopefully we're able to today. Always, man. Chad Woodfork, foot fracture. His season is over. I don't think he would be back for the national championship. That is a brutal loss. At least we have Carl Worthy, who is absolutely insane. But that's a pretty big loss. Ike Okafor maybe off the other edge. That's a possibility. He's got some really good speed. It's not amazing. We don't really have another good edge rusher. I mean, Myron Robinson maybe off the edge is kind of what we're looking at. That's probably what ends up happening. Oregon is a 95 overall. We're going white out here at the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. This is the toughest team we have played the entire year. They, it seems like, survived early season chaos, losing to Baylor and then bouncing back to be a top 5 team. And in the college football playoff semifinal, just a win away from a national championship appearance. And this is going to be a tough one. Just got to play our game. Missing Chad Woodfork is not ideal in this one. It really, really isn't. And I'm not starting out with play action jet sweep in this one. We got to take this game seriously. Thought I held A there to keep it. Guess not. And our early game offensive woes continue. Also, you're going to see more carry on in this one at receiver. Micah Gilbert's fine. I think carry on could be a really good player for us today. So we're trying to just show somebody they're not used to seeing. You're still going to see Micah Gilbert. You're still going to see Jalen Smith. But you're also going to see some carry on today. Running the ball has been tough to start. Can we run it on 2nd and 11? I feel like we can based on the field position. But we can't hit the hole where we wanted to. Up the middle, it was more open, but just could not change direction to get to that. And it's 3rd and 7. Pressure is near instant. Instantaneous pressure. Okay, yeah. The center and the right guard both did not pick up the blitzing interior defensive lineman. Okay. Let's see if I can still punt like I used to. No opportunity for a return. It's as good as a touchback. Ball on the 20. Yeah, the O-line consistently blocking nobody, I think, is an issue. Would be my analysis. And I don't know if we're going to be able to stop Oregon today. I talked a lot about carry on, but maybe he's just better off as a 4th. Maybe even, I like it. No, we're going to leave Elodie where he is. All right. Big 3rd and 6. McCauley is a Heisman-winning quarterback, and he's going to launch it deep. One-on-one. Nearly knocked into the open hands of the receiver. We may have just forced illegal touching. That's weird. I guess we'll accept that. Oregon still with the football after we can't score. Myron Robinson all over it. Come on, defense. What do you want to do here? Running back keeps it. We got the help, though. Noah King is there to keep Oregon out of the end zone after the broken tackle. 3rd and goal. They're going to run. Myron Robinson gets spun out. It's the Heisman-winning quarterback, McCauley, showing us why he may have won that award. Are you kidding me? The first points don't come deep into the first half here, but Oregon is on the board first. And we need to make something happen on offense. 3rd and 5. We got to block. I mean, please, you need to block. It's going to be intercepted. Not where I wanted to go with the ball. Press the wrong button. It's a classic. It's my favorite thing to do, I think. Wanted one of the drags. I don't know. We would have got the first down anyway. So it's an arm punt, I guess. Not really the worst, but we've already shown that we're not going to be able to stop Oregon on offense. And this is Gideon Davidson, a running back we tried to recruit in the portal. He is untackleable. Second half. Not really getting a whole lot of moments here. It's the 4th quarter. This fucking game. 4th and goal. Are they really going for it here? They are. And they won't get it. No, I think I'm going to take a moment. How about that? Ball on our own 4. Waylon is kind of hurt. High risk of injury. We can barely get it out. That's actually an unreal throw to Elodie. And there's a timeout. I didn't call one. Oregon didn't call one. It didn't say there was an injury. I don't know what just happened. Kerry Mears, okay. Strained forearm. He's staying in. Make a play, Kerry. You got that dog in you. I just know it. Outrun the edge. Rushing. Can't catch up to Kerry Mears. We are driving. Shot down the field. Micah Gilbert can't get hands on it. All right. Nice little slip screen there. Still searching for our first points of the game. Here fairly deep into the 4th quarter. Oh, they're all over that. Micah Gilbert can't catch it. Their man coverage there was pretty insane. 4th and 2. Our season's on the line. And it's intercepted. That's an insane play. Felt like the slant was pretty open there. Nope. That's the game. Braden Platt pick 6 to end it. Throw it again. Some Malcolm Butler type shit, dude. We would need an absolute miracle. I don't think it's going to happen. There will be a Wyoming Season 5. Our undefeated season is moments away from coming to an end. I just can't imagine a scenario where we win. A team that was unable to score any points through the 4th quarter, got no moments, and then, well, that's something. Yeah, it's already over. And then, you know, threw an interception. Couldn't get a stop the entire game. That's it. I mean, there was no chance of a win anyway, but man, it would have been nice to get more than one moment in the first 3 quarters. Unfortunate. could not run the ball at all. It's a consistent trend. Defense did nothing. Chad Woodfork picked a hell of a game to get injured for. Not that it would have made a difference, probably, but going from an actually talented edge to nothing definitely hurt. We'll see what this means for our team in the transfer portal, and we could absolutely lose a coordinator. There's no way this was the Big 12. Oh, you know what? It was definitely a way. It was the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. Had to be somebody. Had to be somebody. Hey, we won a college football playoff game. We made a college football playoff semifinal against Oregon in 2028. Got to be happy about the season. We beat, if you think about it, we beat literally every single team that we should have beat that year. Every team that we should have beat. The only team we shouldn't have beat us. FSU wins the national championship, beating Oregon 24-18. Jeff Brom is their head coach. And we're about to find out who we're losing. The recruiting class, I think could have been better, but this is what it says. We are losing on offense. Mason Drube, who wishes to transfer due to playtime. We will try to convince him to be our backup. Mason Drube is gone. At running back, Jaden Lawrence is gone. Jaden Scott is gone. Micah Gilbert wants to be a 4th-round pick. He maybe will be. Barry Sawyer has decided to stay. Jalen Smith is gone. We lose our top 2 receivers. Josh Smith wants to transfer due to brand exposure. And he will. We also lose Shamar Easter. Jesse Perry graduates. A lot of our O-line is going to be gone. Marquise Hunt, though, is back. We do lose Caden Massey. Pierre Bibbs has not decided to transfer. Chad Woodfork graduates. Derek Simmons projected to be drafted. Graduating a lot of players. Myron Robinson graduates. Deo Hampton has not been persuaded. Trey Glasper wants to transfer out. He's going to. Greg Felix also is gone. Messiah Delhomme is going to get drafted. Noah King graduates. Brooklyn Cheek graduates. And we lose a kicker and a punter, both of whom did not play, I don't believe. Not really that bad. We're about to unlock Master Motivator if we want that. And I mean, we know a DB is going to get drafted here. Could get bonus XP for DBs when DBs are drafted, but we're already so good there. I do want to do talent developer, though. I don't know. Maybe we just hold on to it for now. We'll see. We're going to head to the offense, or to the offseason. Truly, transfer portal needs to be big for us. We should, generate interest from a lot of the top players in the portal. We just went 14-1. This could be a big destination. We're going to clean up the board a little bit. Our school prestige has gone up. I think we're going to have significantly more interest than we ever had. Than we ever have had, I should say. Class already isn't too bad. And we might be adding a 5-star quarterback out of the high school ranks as well. So, again, this could end up being a really, really good class. It already looks pretty good. 2 5-stars, 4 4-stars. And let's see what this transfer portal looks like. It already looks good. Deuce Knight transferring. A lot of quarterbacks at the top here. Could have a big-time upgrade at corner and defensive tackle. Elijah LeCount is here and wants to go to Wyoming. We know we want to upgrade at receiver. There could be some fun options. We could really upgrade the O-line. Micah Strickland has been a player for us before. I could see it happening again. He was definitely very good. There's a quarterback, Trayvon Scroggins. Did we go after him last year? And he picked Arizona State instead? We might have another shot. We know we want more off the edge. There are a lot of top portal players that are going to give us a pretty good chance here. So we'll take a look, see what we can do. See if we can get better. And I'm excited to see what this team looks like here in just a few weeks. Because I got a feeling it's going to be a lot better than what it is now. And I already feel pretty good about it. Ooh. Top 100 freshman speed rush transfer. He's probably an animal. Yeah, this team is about to really step up. Love to go out and add a running back in the portal, but we'll see. Do have a lot of players that are getting drafted here. I mean, nobody in the first round, but a lot of players overall. Myron Robinson does get drafted. Maybe the big play on a national stage got it done. But we're about to find out a lot about the players we're actually going to have a chance to bring in the portal. It's a lot of really talented players. And some have instantly locked us out. And that's actually a good thing. Because it really lets us know where we actually need to focus our hours. We do unlock Master Motivator because of the amount of players that we've had drafted. And I think we're going to end up with a Mecha Lucky. So at quarterback, Trayvon Scroggins is the real deal. Could be an awesome get at quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be a starter, but I think that could be, you know, a player we definitely want to pursue. And then at receiver, I like a lot of the receivers. Will we be able to land any of them? I don't know, but a lot of these players are really, really good. So maybe we just guess. Guessing feels crazy risky, but there's time to make up this ground. So if we can just get a couple of visits going off at good times, maybe we've got a chance on players. It seems like, you know, it seems like a long shot, but maybe it isn't. Let's get Rowe on a week 3. We'll get Trayvon Scroggins on a week 3 as well when the time comes. We'll be good. So the commitments are rolling in a little bit. There's one. We get Isaac Korn. But unfortunately, you know, we went after some big fish in the portal. We were really hunting for the big players that can help us out in a big way. And it wasn't everything I've ever dreamed of. You know, we missed out on a lot of players. And that's just how it goes sometimes. You know? But if you want to stay at the top, you need to recruit the best of the best to help you. And sometimes when you do that, you lose the battles, right? So we're looking pretty good overall. You know, I can't be too negative because it's going to be a great, great class. Just, you know, we swung and missed on some of the players that I thought we had a pretty good chance to land that would have helped us out quite a bit. Maybe we can get somebody that we didn't really expect to get at the last moment. Like Dwayne Galloway, because we have visits, or a visit. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. So, we're about to find out. Ole Miss with the visit could steal Tremont Asher at the final buzzer. Not really a huge deal to me. Yeah, it's still going to be a great class, just maybe not all-time great. And when you're a really good school, really big school like this, really talented roster, you don't necessarily need to go out and sign a class of 35 in the portal, as we do get Tremont Asher. you can, or just in general, Tyrell Crouch did pick Wyoming. You can go out and sign a class of 20 or 25 total and be really happy. Trayvon Scroggins is a huge transfer quarterback. There may be, as a Mecca Lucky 5-star linebacker from Gallatin, Tennessee, picks Wyoming. 5-star quarterback Brandon Butts also picks Wyoming out of the high school level from Fort Collins, Colorado. But yeah, we are in a really good spot. You can only bring in a class of 20 or 25, and you're still getting better overall. You're trying to replace some of the big players we lost to either the draft as Morris Claiborne picks Wyoming. We didn't really lose that much. You're just trying to get instant starters to replace those guys in the portal. It's kind of what it's used for. Caleb Hawkins, beast out of North Texas, picks the Cowboys. Matt Rashad is a freshman transfer. We missed on a lot. Like Maxwell Roy is going to Penn State. Tevin Otis to Illinois, who was a player I actually definitely wanted. We missed out on Maurice Okonkwo. Javen Gordon was another running back. So it's a good thing we got Caleb Hawkins because there was like no depth at running back. And we missed all these receivers or all these players at the end here that I think would have been really, really helpful. Like these bottom 3 in particular that we missed out on would have helped us out a lot. A ton. But this is what the class looks like. Brandon Butts was a 5-star #1 player in the state of Colorado. We're keeping him somewhat local. He had star development at quarterback. Trayvon Scroggins only with normal, but he's going to be a really good backup or a potential starter. Caleb Hawkins is not bad to get. He's going to be a rotational back. We do get Sammy Corbin with star dev. Lose out on Lutman, but do land Claiborne, who also has star dev, and I think he's going to be unreal. 87 throw power as well. He's an interesting player. 93 speed. Tremont Asher with impact. Tavai with impact. Rashad with star as a transfer freshman. There's potential there. Missed out on Watt with star. But Julius Yusuf and Tyrell Crouch both have star. Starting guards out of the portal. Don't know about Bobby Paul. Didn't do that well off the edge. At all. Missed out on Elijah LeCount, who would have been unreal to get. Joel Weil with only impact. Emeka Lucky with elite. He looks good enough to play really soon. Speed I wish was a bit better, but it's pretty good. Coney Young, transfer sophomore with star dev. How did Carl Coate pick Western Michigan? Did we not go after him hard enough? Star dev transfer. Jalen Griffin with star. Elite for Denard Cheeks, we knew that. Isaac Korn has elite. RBT is going to be freaking out. Missed out on Galloway, Burton, and Okonkwo in the portal for just more depth. And could not land any safeties this class. Yeah, but DBU continues. Wyoming is the new DBU. And we'll look into some position changes here and some new overalls. As we get Jared Morey up to a 78. That's interesting. Brandon Butts is a 78 overall true freshman. 78 speed is not so bad. 92 throw power. It's my first time seeing his attributes. He's not ready to start right away. But by next year, he will be. And that's when we'd want him to start. So, that's interesting. There's not a lot at running back. Somebody's got to move to running back. Somebody needs to. Claiborne is an 89. And he could honestly move to running back and probably be elite there. But it's more likely going to be Xavier McGee. He's an 88 overall backfield threat. All right, that's the move. Now, we need Claiborne at receiver. And I will be saying that name fast. Leon Folsom back from injury, I think, has tremendous potential. And honestly, Folsom could play tight end, but that may be Amani Earl's job once again. But I think the plan with Leon Folsom was to move him to tight end. So I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we're seeing. No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Leon Folsom, I think, is going to be a cheat code. He's 6'3", 214. So he's like the ideal H-back. He's an 86 overall vertical threat. He's got unreal potential, I think, at that position. Really excited about the way the offense looks. Left tackle's bad, but we're going to move a right tackle over, and it's going to be perfectly fine. Okay, Tyrell Crouch looks really good. Julius Yusuf, I think, could honestly compete to start at center. Adam Hawks might get kicked out. I think Rashed's got a really good chance to start at left tackle after upgrades. This team is actually looking quite good. And then Brenton Hillis, I think, probably to left tackle as well. Right guard, I mean, one of these guys has to move over. I honestly feel pretty good about left tackle. Julius Yusuf, he's just too small to be a tackle. I think he's got a chance to start at center. Is going to be what I think about that. Bobby Paul already looks decent. He's got star dev. I thought it said normal. No, it does. He just has abilities. Okay, misread that the second time. I mean, Marquise Hunt, I think, could compete to start at left guard. We've got some good depth here. If there are injuries, I don't think we're screwed. Tavai is going to slide over to hopefully get developed as a left tackle. This is last season with Pierre Bibbs. We've got a replacement on the way in Jamerson Cooks, who has gold quick step already. Edge is not good. I mean, we obviously have an insane edge in Carl Worthy. Outside of that, I'm not too thrilled with what's here. It's just going to have to be Nick Smith, probably. And that's not the worst thing. And we're also going to move Zach Likely, because I think he's got a chance to compete for that spot as well. Defensive tackle, it's really weak. Really weak. We need some big-time development. And it's going to have to be Nick Smith moving to defensive tackle. It's going to have to be. And he's big enough to play. He's 296. That's going to make that unit look a little bit better. We went after some big defensive tackles in the portal. Just didn't hit on any of them. 78 overall for Emeka Lucky. I think Eddie Cox will just develop. Joel Weil has a lot of abilities already. He's a really good athlete. I think he's just going to start. And then at cornerback, we have Allen Hennessy, and then it looks kind of tough. Tevin Chacon was a 5-star with elite development. Denard Cheeks and Jalen Griffin are 2 5-stars right now. Jalen Griffin preloaded with Platinum Robber. Isaac Horn has elite dev as well, but another true freshman. Cornerback's a bit weak for us right now. And safety, outside of Taquan Beard, doesn't look especially strong, but the fact that he didn't transfer is massive. You know, I had always said that Taquan Beard I thought was going to end up playing corner. But I just don't think that can happen anymore. Because safety is just so weak. DeMarco Henry to free safety. And then Daryl Charlton hopefully has a better year too. We have George Awazarike. And then Miles Owasso. Very good speed. Kind of supposed to be a linebacker, but linebacker looks okay. Maybe we try to develop him as a massive safety. But those are going to be the position changes. I am really excited to see what this team ends up looking like. I kept seeing 40 points for Josh Lehman. He's kind of just maxed out, unfortunately. Didn't upgrade the entire team this season, which was kind of weird, but those are the position changes. We're locked in, and hopefully we see some really good development. The team, as always, will be as good as it ever has been. It's kind of like national championship or bust going into this next season. See some good upgrades. You can see the points here. Wish it was a little bit more, but, I mean, you can do with 40. Xavier McGee kind of wants to be the starting running back, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Like, maybe exclusively as a third down receiving back, but Mike Whalen's going to be the starter, and then Caleb Hawkins should play. But running backs get injured all the time, and we really don't have a lot of depth there. It's really bad. Chad Carrion with 76 points. Didn't really spend any on him the entire year, so now we have a lot all at once. Leon Folsom's going to be insane. This team's going to be really good. I'm super excited to see what it looks like all the way upgraded. Just, we have a bit of a need off the edge, no question. Our interior defensive line isn't great. Linebacker looks insane. And I really do feel pretty good about the secondary. Tevin Chacon with 78 skill points. 77 now for Josh Lehman. Corner's going to be great. With DeMarco Henry at free safety, we're going to be much better there. Taquan Beard's a beast. Yeah, I'm excited. Season 5 is going to be a national championship. It will be. But that's where I'm going to leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. We just won the Big 12 easily. We're moving again. Wyoming to the Big 10. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.